What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty. Join my Discord if you want to chat and share your thoughts, the link is in the description.
3 UI Chapter 66 Outrageous, changes on the 18th and 21st. Swish. Using his divine power, Su Bai sent an instant transmission directly to the Earth of the 7th universe. Earth, Western Capital, Capsule Company. Damn Vegeta, don't these Saiyans work? Bulma lay down on a patio chair and rubbed his belly. After Vegeta left, Bulma found out that she was pregnant. Bulma sighed when he thought that he was pregnant and Vegeta was still practicing crazily outside. Well, sigh what, sister? At this time, a blonde beauty came over. Ah, it's number 18, it's nothing, Bulma shook her head lightly. By the way, today's research Bulma and 18 discuss it. Whoosh, at this time, Subai appeared in front of them. Alas, seeing Bulma and number 18, Subai froze for a moment. Number 18, how could it be mixed with Bulma? You are. Bulma looked at the person, startled. She remembered that this person was the strongest in the 7th and 6th universes. The final winner of the Gods of Destruction fighting tournament. Vegeta once said that the strength of the opponent is not weaker than Gods of Destruction. Of course, it is also the culprit that Vegeta is not on Earth. Vegeta just went to his place to practice. Who is this? Number 18 was taken aback. She didn't go there at that time, so she never met Subai. He is the 6th universe. No, it should be said that the combination of the two universes is the strongest. Bulma explained to number 18. Soon, the 18th figured out the identity of the visitor. It's so powerful, number 18 couldn't help but sigh. Bulma nodded, then looked at Subai. Son Goku and Vegeta? Are you still practicing at your side? Well, they probably will come back in a while, Subai replied. Chi. Bulma seemed a little annoyed. Through the power of God, Subai sensed a faint aura in Bulma's body. Are you pregnant? Subai summed it up. In the original book, Bulma was born during the Tournament of Power. Then during the Black Goku period, she should have some fetal movement. However, Bai didn't care about these things either. This is it. Subai looked at number 18 beside Bulma. Of course he knew it was number 18, but he didn't understand why number 18 appeared here, what number 18 of this universe had experienced. Ah, let me introduce you, I forgot. Bulma got up quickly. She knew that the man in front of her was extremely powerful and also extremely noble. Do not neglect. This is my assistant. After some introductions, Subai understood that during the Cell period, it was Bulma who saved number 18. Afterwards, out of gratitude, number 18 has been following Bulma as her assistant and helping her in scientific research. Therefore, number 18 of this universe has a very high level of scientific research. Almost as intelligent as Bulma, she is obsessed with scientific research, and she has never had any boyfriends. It is worth mentioning that the new technology recently researched by number 18 and Bulma, artificial human. Based on Dr. Gallo's technology, coupled with Majin Buu's cells, they are working on number 21. Hearing this, Subai scratched his head. The Dragon Ball universe he traveled through doesn't seem to be an orthodox universe. It's fine if you don't get married on the 18th, but the 21st was transformed by these two people. Outrageous, however, it's a pity that number 21 has been short of a breakthrough in conversion technology, number 18 sighed. Our original plan was that number 21 has two forms. However, how to convert has become a big problem. Subai nodded, this he knows that number 21 has two forms. One is normal, and the other is transformed with Buu cells in the form of hunting. Subai looked around, but there was no movement, advertisement. That said, neither Trunks nor Black Goku is here yet. Let's go, I'm free now, I'll show you. Subai signaled number 18 to lead the way. Number 18 and Bulma were stunned for a moment. Where is this Subai? What are you doing? Subai smiled. Help you break through technology, you're not happy? Ah, the eyes of number 18 and Bulma are full of disbelief. Subai, such a number 1 fighter in the universe, actually knows how to do scientific research. Seriously, lead the way. Subai said again. Ah, I'm sorry, I lost my mind. Number 18 and Bulma hurriedly tidied up. Walk around, the research room is over there. When Subai came to the research room, he immediately saw number 21 lying quietly in the sleeping cabin. That's it. Number 18 also introduced it. She thought that Subai might not know him when they met for the first time. But she didn't know that Subai also met number 21 in his previous life. Well, I see. Subai stepped forward and observed carefully for a moment. While Subai observed, Zai Irma and number 18 held their breaths. For fear of disturbing him. After a while. I found the problem, it's not a big problem, I can solve it. Subai said lightly. Really? A surprise flashed in the eyes of number 18 and Bulma. After so many years of research, are they finally going to make a breakthrough? However, there may be a flaw. Subai sighed. What defect? The expressions of the two tightened. If it is transformed and cannot move or speak, then it is for nothing. Because I transformed it, she may only listen to me, Subai sighed. So this is all, 18 and Bulma breathed a sigh of relief. I thought it was that, it turned out to be just like this. For the two of them, as long as number 21, whom they have studied so hard, can come to life, that's enough. As for whom? Who cares? They just want to prove that their research is correct, and they don't want a servant. It seems that none of you care. Subai looked at the two of them. Yes, Mr. Subai, please do it, number 18 responded. Okay, step back and leave it to me. Subai put his hands on the number 21 capsule. He doesn't know much about scientific research, but he can use his divine power. Since conquering those 6 universes, he has possessed some divine powers. For him, using his divine power to give life to number 21 is simply a piece of cake. Only, because it is his divine power, after waking up on the 21st, he will be extremely dependent on him. Su Bai put his hand in front of the capsule compartment on the 21st, and a stream of divine power was slowly conveyed there. After a while, number 21 slowly opened his eyes. She scanned the crowd, and finally fixed her gaze on Su Bai. Master Su Bai. She looked at Su Bai respectfully and bowed slightly. Su Bai nodded. This is the result of his use of divine power. Number 21 will be addicted to him. Are you divine power? Bulma rubbed his chin, deep in thought. Unfortunately, it's not a breakthrough in scientific research. If it is a breakthrough in scientific research, it will be a brand new advancement for us humans. No, Su Bai shook his head. Bulma, actually, there is something wrong with the direction of your research. Science and theology are related. As the saying goes, the end of science is theology, which is not unreasonable. Because the interoperability between theology and science is very strong, any phenomenon can be explained into science, and any technology can be reversed into theology. For example, flame control, it seems that the user has the ability, but that's just the high-temperature gas being pulled by the flowing airflow. There is also forecasting, divination the weather and weather forecasting, to some extent it is the same. Advertisement Barbara, Su Bai said a bunch of connections between theology and science. Bulma gave him a hard look. She is a firm believer in scientific research. It is impossible to believe in any theology. There is only number 18. After listening to it, I frowned for a while and relaxed for a while, as if I am thinking about something. After a while, Su Bai also felt that he was tired, so he smacked his mouth a few times. Is there anything to eat? I'm here as your guest, so why don't you entertain me? Yes. Bulma smiled. This way, after a few days at Su Bai. On this day, Su Bai was looking up at the sky. Is Trunks coming in the future? Master Su Bai, eat some fruit. Number 21 came over with a fruit plate. Yeah. Su Bai picked out a fruit at random. It was at this time that number 18 came over. Su Bai, hello. Huh? Are you looking for me? Su Bai looked at number 18 in front of him, because of scientific research. The number 18 in this world wears scientific work clothes for a long time, and also wears a small pair of glasses, which is quite unique. I want to ask you something. Number 18 looked at Su Bai seriously. Tell me. Su Bai gestured and said directly. After listening to the connection between science and theology you talked about that day, I have thought about it for a long time, number 18 whispered. Bulma and I have basically reached the limit of the scientific research field. It's too difficult to go further. Bulma is a firm believer in science, but I want to find another way. So, can you teach me theology? Having said that, number 18 looked at Su Bai seriously. There was a hint of pleading in his eyes. Is that so? Su Bai frowned. You can learn from me, but I will be leaving 770 in a few days. I came to your 7th universe to do business, so it is impossible to stay here forever. I know, I would like to follow you. Number 18 looked at Su Bai sincerely. Wherever you go, I will follow, as long as you are willing to teach me theology. Well, aren't you Bulma's assistant? Su Bai rubbed his chin. Haven't you guys worked together for many years? If you leave her suddenly, will she agree? Su Bai also figured it out these days. The relationship between Bulma and number 18 is very good. The two have worked together for several years, and number 18 is not so much an assistant. Rather, she and Bulma are sisters. I talked to her. 18 nodded. She said she understood my idea of pursuing theology, so she didn't mind me leaving. The capsule company will always be my home. It makes me homesick, so I'll go back and have a look. Well, that's the case. Su Bai nodded. When I'm done with things, I'll take you and number 21 back to the 6th universe. Thank you. Number 18 bowed to Su Bai. I have a sister. Number 21 looked happily at number 18. In her opinion, both of them are good sisters who are with Su Bai. Just when the three of them were talking and laughing. Boom! In the courtyard of the capsule company, there was a loud noise. What's going on? Number 18 was surprised. Did Bulma mess up some experiment again and explode? Su Bai raised the corners of his mouth slightly, finally here. Future Trunks. He could feel the other party's powerful aura. Of course, it's not about how strong Trunks is in the future, but how he compares with ordinary people nearby. He is too strong. In this way, even though Su Bai has never seen the chi of future Trunks, he can guess it at once. Let's go and have a look. Su Bai motioned for the two to follow him. Good. Naturally, number 18 and number 21 had no objection, and they used Su Bai as the saddle. In the capsule company's courtyard, a huge capsule spaceship fell to the ground. On the top, there are still a few English letters help. Is it Trunks? Bulma ran over first. Quick, come on, Doctor, Nanny. Afterwards, amidst the noise, Su Bai walked over with number 18 and number 21. Chapter 67 Trembling Black Goku, and number 21 who doesn't want to be a vase. I have fairy beans here, I can give him to eat. Su Bai handed the fairy beans to Bulma. Thank you. Bulma took the fairy beans and looked at Su Bai gratefully. Su Bai stood there and didn't say anything. Soon, Bulma fed the fairy beans to Trunks, and Trunks woke up leisurely. I successfully crossed. Trunks is startled, and starts telling Bulma about the future. At the same time, Bulma also began to tell the modern story with Trunks. After speaking, "Thank you," knowing that it was Su Bai who woke him up, Trunks looked at Su Bai gratefully. "It's nothing, your father and I are friends." Su Bai signaled Trunks not to be restrained. "Okay, Uncle Su Bai." Trunks took a deep breath, he could finally take a break. In the future, he is real and doesn't even have a chance to sleep. When Bulma still wants to care a few words, buzz. This moment, above their courtyard, a twisted black hole was created. "Here we come," Su Bai whispered. Swish, Black Goku stepped out of the twisting wormhole, and he looked around. Trunks, Bulma, number 18, and two dudes I don't know. Looking at the two, there is no breath, and they should not be any special characters. "Trunks, you actually ran to the past." As soon as he came out, Black Goku sneered. "Goku Black." Trunks' expression changed. "Is this Black Goku?" Bulma looked at him curiously. "HMPH, this time, I'll see how you run." Black Goku is a man who doesn't talk too much. "Raise your hand directly, and it will be an airbomb to Trunks." Whoosh, boom, halfway through the flight, the airbomb exploded directly. "What? Who is it?" Black Goku's expression changed, he could feel it. Someone directly shattered his airbomb. "I'm in a good mood today," Subai said lightly, "so, don't kill you, retreat now, I won't hold you accountable for offending me." Offensive, Black Goku was taken aback. Immediately, he realized that this guy felt that the gas bomb he had offended him. So arrogant, that airbomb of mine was aimed at Trunks, but it might affect him. He was going to get angry. What kind of character does this guy really think he is? "Interesting, are you talking to me?" Black Goku grinned. "Do you know who I am?" Zamasu, Subai said lightly. Everyone present was stunned, and Black Goku was also stunned. Black Goku, who used to have a ferocious expression, is now like a dumb man, standing there, unable to react for a long time. "I said you were Zamasu." Subai repeated again. "What, scared, don't dare to speak?" Hiss, Black Goku gasped. He confirmed that he had never seen the person in front of him. How did he know himself when he fell to the ground? This Zamasu is another time traveler who traveled through the past. In those times and spaces, there was no Subai at the Gods of Destruction Selection Conference. Therefore, he does not know. If I really want to say that Zamasu knows Subai's name, he may be the Zamasu of Subai's universe. We'll notice Subai while watching Gods of Destruction fight video. "Who the hell are you? Why do you know my identity?" Black Goku glared at Subai. Although he didn't deliberately hide his identity, it's okay for others to know. This person in front of me is very strange. Even though it was the first time we met, I was able to tell my own history in one word. This made Black Goku with some panic and fear. For this reason, he can only cover it up with anger. "Are you questioning me?" Subai gave Black Goku a cold look. Advertisement boom. This glance, in an instant, Black Goku felt endless energy rushing towards him. Like a month's back, the whole person is like falling into an ice cellar. Chills all over. Black Goku trembled, he found that he couldn't even speak fluently. Trunks on the side scratched his head in confusion. This Black Goku has always been pretentious, why didn't he dare to say anything today? He didn't know, it was all because of Subai's action. Subai's energy control is perfect, so, even if he's suppressing Black Goku, a powerful ki burst out. However, Trunks and the others beside him will not be affected at all. Not even a trace of strangeness will be noticed. What about you?" Subai gave another light glance. Black Goku feels pressure doubled. At this moment, a thought arose in Black Goku's heart. If you continue like this, you will die, will really die. Withdraw. Black Goku exhausted all his strength, directly activated the space-time ring, and escaped back. Seeing the Black Goku fleeing in a panic, Subai sneered. "I thought Black Goku was so powerful, but he was also a coward." When reading the original book, Black Goku shows off his might in front of Son Goku and Vegeta. He thought that Black Goku was a guy who was not afraid of death for his ideals. Who would have thought that in front of him, he would be so weak? But think about it, at the end of the manga, this guy begged Zeno for mercy. Begging Zeno not to eliminate him, he even apologized and admitted his mistake. In this way, this guy is a master who bullies the weak and fears the hard. He just ran away. Trunks, who just took out his sword, was taken aback. He was ready to fight, but he didn't expect the opponent to run away. When did Black Goku become so talkative? However, after seeing Black Goku leave, he was also relieved. Just leave and leave, fine, he can get a good fix. In the future time and space, Black Goku is lying on the ground, panting heavily. He was still dripping with cold sweat, horrible. It's really scary, he kept taking deep breaths, trying to calm himself down. After waiting for several minutes, Black Goku stretched out his palm and took a look. I found that his palms were sweaty, then his arms were trembling uncontrollably. Obviously, his body has not recovered from the state of fear. What a scary guy, what scary eyes. Black Goku looked at his trembling palms and couldn't help taking a deep breath. Where did the monster come from? Not Son Goku or some god. And also know my identity, who is it? Just as Black Goku was trembling, a figure walked over. My brother, what's the matter with you? After chasing and killing Trunks, why are you still in a cold sweat? Black Goku glanced over and was visibly relieved to find it was Zamasu. Over there are monsters. Black Goku speaks short. Monster? Zamasu was stunned. He was able to scare his brother like this. Could it be that? Gods of destruction Beerus? Are you hunted down by Beerus? Beerus? Black Goku shook his head. How could Beerus scare him like this? After all, against Beerus, he can escape no matter what. However, facing Subai, he was completely cold, and if he didn't try his best, he might not even be able to escape. He's scarier than Beerus, Black Goku said. What, 7th universe, is there anyone more terrifying than Beerus? Zamasu was speechless in shock. He even thought that his brother was joking with him. A day after Black Goku escaped, Trunks' mental state also recovered. Advertisement on this day, he took the initiative to find Bulma. Mom, what about my father? I want to ask him and Uncle Goku to protect the future. Ah, your father. Bulma told Trunks about son Goku and Vegeta going to practice. Huh? Trunks was taken aback. They all went to Uncle Subai's territory to practice? Well, how about I help you contact Whis, and let Whis contact Vegeta, Bulma suggested. It will take several days, right? Trunks struggled. He had heard that crossing universes would take a while. Just when they were helpless, Subai came over with number 18 and number 21. Bulma, is there anything I can help you with? We are all friends, and you will take care of me on the 18th. I don't mind helping you if I can. Really? There was a light in Bulma's eyes. Of course. Subai smiled. After all, the purpose of his coming is to go to the future universe and conquer the entire universe space. It's just that he won't take the initiative to say it. Then, the thing is like this. Bulma told Subai the ins and outs of the future. Go to the future to fight in time and space? Subai nodded. Of course, it's a trip. Trunks. Biki. Trunks hesitated to speak. He really wanted to remind him, so don't be careless. Black Goku is really strong, be careful of overturning. He didn't know that Subai used his aura to frighten Black Goku away. Bulma seemed to see Trunks worry, and laughed. I seem to have forgotten to tell you before, Trunks, don't worry. You, Uncle Subai, are number 1 in the 6th universe. Sun Jun and Vegeta lost to him before. What? Beat Uncle Goku and father. Trunks took a deep breath. Only then did he seriously look at Subai. This person is so much stronger than he thought. It's nothing, it's just a fluke, Subai smiled modestly. So, it's time for us to prepare? Go to the future time and space? It's better to hit the sun than choose the day. Let's do it today. 27. Trunks. Trunks was a little confused. Why did he feel that Uncle Subai was more anxious than himself? Oh, I understand. Uncle Subai must have justice in his heart. Can't bear to have the future ruined. He is eager to defend the future time and space. I understand Uncle Subai's determination to defend peace. Trunks was so excited that he almost cried. However, returning to the future requires a special kind of fuel, which we need to collect for a long time. Before Subai could speak, Bulma came over with his head. What fuel? Show me. Ah, that's it. Trunks took out the blue fuel. Bulma was a little surprised when he saw it. This kind of fuel can be gathered in half a day. Manuahao. What? Half a day? Trunks was surprised. In the future, at least half a year. Are resources so scarce? The future me will be full of disasters. Bulma sighed with emotion. Okay, you guys play first, I'll fix the performance right away. After half a day, with full energy, Trunks has already sat in the time machine. Subai said goodbye to the 18th and 21st, and planned to follow. Can we really be together? I still like to follow Subai. Number 21 looked at Subai anxiously. She has Subai's divine power in her body, and being separated from Subai makes her very uncomfortable. I used to fight a lot of people, you will hinder me, Subai chuckled. In that case, do you still want to go? Ah, will it hinder you? Then I won't go? Number 21 hurriedly retreated. She doesn't want to be a vase with bricks and bricks. Well, that's right, you just wait for me to come back, Subai waved his hand. He goes to the future, maybe to fight the Grand Priest. Therefore, for the two of them on the 18th and 21st, he doesn't know how to bring clothes. I hope you can return safely, the two blessed together. Alright, Subai waved his hand. In the time machine, Subai stood behind Trunks, and Trunks sat in the driver's seat. Uncle Subai, are you ready? Let's go to the future. Chapter 68. Immortality, Subai's destruction, the space-time ring is handed down. In the future time and space, in a dilapidated city. Whoosh, Trunks drove the time machine and came down with Subai. Is this the future? Subai stepped out of the time machine. Wherever you look, it is full of desolation. Although he had seen it in animation in his previous life, he was mentally prepared. But, when this scene was put into reality, Subai still couldn't help being a little shocked. A huge city is empty, it's hard to imagine that this is the crowded Earth. People believe that this kind of place is a scrap planet in the universe. So bitter, Subai looked at Trunks, slightly moved. Although he is the master of many universes, he is also a human being. Seeing this situation, he couldn't help but feel a little empathy. Haha, Uncle Subai, I laughed. Trunks scratched his head and looked at Subai kindly. I don't have anything to entertain you here, and I ate the dog food I managed to find before. Subai was slightly taken aback. He remembered that there was this paragraph in the original book. Trunks and Xiao Wu give in to each other for a can of dog food. Ah, Subai couldn't help but sigh again. He came here. The main purpose is to rule the 12 universes. But now, he suddenly wanted to do something really heavy too. Take it. Subai threw it away, and a universal capsule was thrown out. After coming to Earth, he also bought some universal capsules. This is, Trunks was taken aback. You can save some food and water, Subai said lightly. Trunks was so excited that he almost burst into tears. Alright, go find the surviving humans, Subai waved his hand. I have other things to do, I'm going to be busy after helping you with Black Goku. I want to fight with Uncle Subai, Trunks looked at Subai excitedly. Those humans need you more, don't they? Subai shook his head. Leave it to me here, don't worry, Black Goku is nothing, you go take care of them. Thank you, Trunks bowed deeply to Subai. Before, his feeling towards Subai was that he was a powerful senior. Respect him yourself. This respect is purely out of politeness and upbringing. Now he is completely overwhelmed by Subai's charisma. Okay, there's nothing to thank you. Subai waved his hand, signaling Trunks to go. Next, leave it to me. Yes, Uncle Subai, Trunks replied respectfully, and then left with the capsule. It's my turn. Subai slowly closed his eyes. He wants to search for Black Goku's breath and get rid of him. Found it. Subai opened his eyes violently, whoosh. In the distance, somewhere in a log cabin villa. Absolutely impossible. You must have felt wrong at the time. That person is really that scary, you have to believe me, brother. Zamasu and Black Goku are still arguing. Zamasu just killed it, humans can't be so fishy. Black Goku must have hallucinated while traveling. What was suppressed almost couldn't activate the spacetime ring. Pure nonsense. As for Black Goku, he keeps persuading his brother and wants him to believe in him. He really met a monster. In this way, during the debate, a voice came. Hey, you two, what are you talking about? It is Subai. Who? The two of them were shocked. Who on earth could appear nearby without anyone noticing? The two of them didn't realize it. Looking back, Zamasu didn't respond yet. Black Goku was so frightened that his legs went limp. Black Goku's hands were shaking wildly. What happened to him? Zamasu was taken aback. What did his brother want to say? Am I that scary? Subai smiled. Black Goku took a deep breath, trying to keep himself calm. He is. Having said that, he took another deep breath. He is that monster. I was stared at by him, and I was unable to struggle. His strength surpasses gods of destruction. Although, Black Goku wanted to calm himself down. Although, Subai didn't suppress him with momentum this time. Advertisement 1b. Thinking of the feeling of death that fell into the ice cellar before, he couldn't help but tremble. What? Just him? Zamasu was startled, and then sized up Subai. Can't see anything special about it? Isn't it just an ordinary human being? After careful feeling, there is no remarkable aura. In this way, Zamasu is even more sure that there is something wrong with his brother's perception. To be frightened like this by a human being, Zamasu sneered, looking at Shiro. Yes, I am. What's the matter? Subai then looked at Zamasu. I didn't expect that on this earth. There are still human beings who are not afraid of us. Zamasu's eyes flashed a gloomy coldness. After he and Black Goku executed the Human Zero project, the human was not afraid to see them? When that human saw them, they ran away without being scared. Why should I be afraid of you? Subai smiled, and then looked at Hei Chen who had been afraid to speak. On the contrary, your brother, he is a little afraid of me. HMPH, his judgment is only affected by time travel, Zamasu snorted coldly. When I kill you, he will realize that you are no big deal. Swish, Zamasu jumped up, and a purple airblade appeared directly from the center. Kill me? Subai laughed outright. As punishment for offending me, I punish you. Die. Big words. Zamasu rushed towards Subai in an instant, and the chi blade in his hand also cut towards Subai. As for Subai, he just stood there, neither moving nor getting angry. Boom. Zamasu slashed Subai's shoulder hard. Just as Zamasu was about to grin, he suddenly realized that he hadn't caused any damage to Subai. Ah, the technique is good. Thanks to your blessing, my cervical spine, which has been sore for a long time, is much more comfortable. Subai touched his neck and sighed with emotion. What? Zamasu retreated instantly, glaring at Subai. This human being humiliated him so much. His surefire method was actually called massage by him. Boy, you are too crazy. Maybe. Subai shook his head indifferently. Because, when Zamasu hit, the force was really just right, very comfortable. Zamasu was furious, he is really angry. The human beings in front of them ignored him again and again. This human being didn't pay attention to him at all. Humans are indeed arrogant and disrespectful creatures. Zamasu flew into the air in an instant, and the purple breath soared a lot. That's why, I hate you humans so much, ant-like things. Go to hell. The purple airblade in Zamasu's hand sharpened a lot. It can be seen that he is cheered up, then, be condescending. He charged at DBEH, Subai with all his strength. Vowed to kill Subai with a chi blade. That's it, Subai yawned. I still have important things to do, so I don't have time to mess around with you. When Zamasu is about to rush in front of Subai. Stare. Subai just glanced at Zamasu, puff. Instantly, Zamasu vomited blood directly in the air. He got hurt. Boom. The injured Zamasu lost control and fell hard to the ground. Impossible. As the only god in the universe, and the greatest god. How could I be injured by a human eye? Black Goku also adjusted back from the fear at this time, flew over immediately, and helped Zamasu up. I told you, this guy, it's scary, Black Goku whispered. Zamasu was silent. Su Bai, on the other hand, whispered with emotion. Jiren's move is really useful against miscellaneous fish. Su Bai decided to use this stare as his common skill. Really convenient. Okay, two great gods. Su Bai stood in front of them, one step forward. Boom. Advertisement. The huge energy suppressed the two of them backwards. If you have any last words, say it now. Zamasu and Black Goku exchanged glances. They all saw a hint of delicacy in each other's eyes. Fit together, Zamasu and Black Goku wanted to take off their earrings, but found that they couldn't take them off. What happened? Under my pressure, what else do you want to do? Su Bai sneered. His energy has completely suppressed the two of Zamasu. They don't even have the strength to raise their hands now, so how could they pick off the earrings? Okay, if your last words are just a fit, buzz. Power in Su Bai's hands. This mass of energy is purple. Then, I can only ask you to go to heaven. That's right, it's the destruction zone. It was also Su Bai's first use of destructive energy. After Su Bai comprehends his ultimate intention, he can easily use the destructive energy. After all, Su Bai directly placed the destructive energy in front of the two of them. Moment. Black Goku and Zamasu both sense the threat of death. My immortality. Zamasu's heart is full of fear. He obviously possesses the immortal body, but there is a life and death crisis. After a closer look, Zamasu realized that the person in front of him actually used destruction. Divine skill, destruction. Are you gods of destruction? Zamasu was trembling as he spoke. No wonder this man is so difficult. It turns out he is not human, he is gods of destruction. 1B. Didn't gods of destruction get rid of all by him and Black Goku? How come there is still a hidden gods of destruction? I'm a human being, the one you despise kind. Su Bai shook his head. Impossible. How can humans master the skills of gods? Neither Zamasu nor Black Goku believed it. Do humans master the skills of gods? Purely a joke. It's fine if you don't believe it, and I didn't intend to make you believe it. Su Bai smiled at the two of them. Bye now. The purple light in my hand rose. Wait a minute, Zamasu gritted his teeth. Do you dare to let us go, let us fit together? Yes. Black Goku also agreed. I think you were afraid of us. You dare not let us fit together. That's why you have been imprisoning us. If you have the ability, let me fit together and fight again. Poor aggressive method. Su Bai sneered. Naturally, he could tell that this was the aggressive method of the two of them. But, he decided to let the two of them experience real despair. So, he slowly released the control. I'll give you a chance, and I hope you will be more competitive. Su Bai stood in the distance, motioning for the two to fit together. Zamasu and Black Goku looked at each other, and they both saw surprise in their eyes. This guy, Jiren, really let go of the confinement. Run. The two looked at each other, and immediately came up with the best solution, and it was also the safest solution. Let's run first. Black Goku directly uses the space-time ring to escape with Zamasu. Boom. In an instant, a powerful divine power descended, directly blocking the entire space. I let you fit together, don't play tricks with me. Su Bai whispered from the side, with an indifferent expression. This divine power was brought by the previous rule of the 6 universes. Such pure power of God, you still say you are not a god, Zamasu said angrily. I am human. After Su Bai said this, he just waved lightly. Whoosh, the space-time ring in Black Goku's hand flew directly into his hand. In order to prevent you from escaping again, I will confiscate this ring first. Su Bai sensed it with his divine power. Fish. It seems that his divine power is very pure, even one level higher than Supreme Kai. At this time, he has the perception of the space-time ring. As long as he activates it, he can use it. Chapter 69 Su Bai's Divine Punishment, Endless Darkness. As for the Black Goku whose ring was taken away, his face changed drastically. Zamasu also looks dignified. They have always used the power of God to bully others. When did it turn out to be someone else's turn to bully them with the power of God? Isn't it suitable yet? Su Bai put away the space-time ring, and looked at the two of them indifferently. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3. When Su Bai was counting to 3, the two of them were still a little entangled. After all, after merging, the two of them will give birth to a new consciousness. Their own consciousness will follow Dao Yi. Therefore, they don't want to fit together unless they are in a desperate situation. But, when Su Bai counted to 1, the two were shocked. They never expected that Su Bai's number is 1 directly after 3. So despicable, under the threat of death and time, the two knew that they had no choice. Almost immediately after Su Bai said, 1, the two figured it out and looked at each other in unison. Bring it on, take off the earrings, and the two fit together in an instant. Finally here, these two people are too annoying, Su Bai whispered. Wait a minute, I want you to taste, what is pain, after all? My time is very, very precious. Boom, that's the time. A soaring purple light exploded out, ha 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 ha. What followed was a loud laugh that was rampant to the limit. So I'm so strong, ha ha ha. The most perfect and most powerful god in the whole universe, here it comes. The light dissipated and they fit together with an angel halo on top and came out. Human. Hediza looked at Su Bai and laughed. If you beg me for mercy now, I can let the past go, and even invite you to be my subordinate. Your strength is good, I would like to invite you to join me in the human project. Idiot. Subai spat. Are the current villains all of this kind of virtue? Forget it, the thought of Zamasu being arrogant in front of Son Goku and begging for mercy in front of Zeno. He already knew that the other party was a bullying guy. Forget it, Subai clapped his hands and greeted him. Now, if I kill you, you will have no complaints, will you? Arrogant human, Hitt clenched his fists angrily. Just spit on him, just call him an idiot. This human being dared to shout brazenly that he wanted to kill himself. This guy, does he still think he is the same as before? Really ignorant, I want to show you some color. Combine and wave. Swish, countless Kasim steels formed into cubes and passed towards Subai. Using Kasim steel as an attack method, Subai nodded slightly. If that's all it is, it's fine. Next second, countless Kasim steels flying towards Subai were directly defeated. Everything is quiet in Kongwang. What? Foodies' expression changed drastically. The Kasim steel that I controlled was actually taken over like this? Go back. Subai looked at the shocked Hedala and only said a few words. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, countless Kasim steels smashed into the body bar in an instant. Whoosh whoosh, Fitza hurriedly increased the speed to the limit. Do your best to avoid all Kasim steel. As for Subai, he just stood there calmly, watching the fit and dodging. Finally, after the fit bar avoided the last Kasim steel. Is it fun? Subai asked lightly. You, Hitt glared at Subai. You be asterisk 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 D. Why is God stronger than me? The Kasim steel that he controlled with divine power was taken away, and the fusion button realized it. The opponent's divine power is much stronger than myself. Totally out of class. Did you realize it now, you idiot? Subai cursed without any hesitation. Damn human, you dare to offend me again. Hitt was really angry. He has already decided, since the divine power is not as good as the other party, then there is no need for it. He wants to use his own strength to violently beat the opponent. Advertisement: let the other party be beaten and beg for mercy. Human, I'm going to destroy your limbs, make you lose all 5 senses. Then, I will banish you to the realm of nothingness, where the sun will never be seen. I want you to live forever, alone, powerless. However, Subai didn't respond, just glanced at it with his eyes. The fit was taken aback. Is this signaling something to yourself? Just when he was thinking about it together, boom. Behind Hitt, a casing steel flew over directly. It hit him hard on the back of the head. With a heavy blow, he flew directly into the air, and landed on the ground in an incomparable fit. Boom. The landing sound is very loud, and it is not very comfortable to think about it. Oh, it's been a long time since I reminded you. Be careful behind you. Subai sighed helplessly. However, I think the punishment method you mentioned is good. Subai hammered on his left palm with his hand, as if he had just realized it. It's such a happy decision. When the time comes, I will punish you like this. So that you realize that it was your fault. You, little, son, Foodies' angry voice came from the ground. The combined body that was shot down on the ground slowly rose into the air again. You fooled me, the perfect god. I'm going to send God's punishment. At whoosh, Hitt rushed directly to Subai. If the divine power is not as good as the opponent, then use your fists to tell him what is the truth. Boom. As soon as Hitt flew in front of Subai, Subai kicked him away. Are you sure you are a perfect god? Subai couldn't help shaking his head. A god as weak as you should be an incomplete god, right? You actually called me weak? Hitt adjusted his body shape, and slowly flew in front of Subai. And Subai's inferior god also touched his wound. Because, his master, Kavas, said he was flawed. Weak and bad, Subai hit Zamasu twice. This made Hitt furious to the extreme. Human. I want to. Whoosh. When Hitt wanted to say something, Subai's instant transmission appeared directly above his head. Huh? Who is that? Hitt was shocked, obviously before Subai was still in front of him. In the next second, it disappeared. Boom. When he was looking for Subai, Subai directly kicked him to the ground. Ah! With a scream, the combined body pierced directly to the ground. On the ground, he just wanted to get up. Whoosh. Subai appeared in front of him, stepped on his face directly, and stomped his face to the ground hard. You said you were weak. What's wrong? Subai stepped on the body tie and sneered. God. What a weak god. Me, Foodie Zagong wanted to gather strength to resist. Boom. The aura on Subai's body rose sharply, and he kicked directly. Tie the body tightly and step on the ground a few centimeters. Come on, aren't you going to fight me? Subai stepped on the body piercing. Let me see, what about your strength? Aren't you going to punish me? The means, come on, swish. Subai kicked up and kicked Zamasu, who was on the soles of his feet, and flew in front of him. You are really weak, no matter how you look at it. Also, you are not worthy to use Son Goku's body, you are far from him. Boom. Punch. When flying in front of Subai, Subai made a straight punch. His abdomen was pierced directly. Peeved. Hitt also spat out a mouthful of blood. Hitt wanted to say something else, but Subai didn't give him a chance to react at all, and just slapped him with his backhand. Snapped. Directly tie the head of the fit body, hit it and spin it crazily. Chi. Subai threw it away, throw the half-dead combined body on the ground. Now, realize, our gap. Subai looked at Hediza playfully. Fitted Za was lying on the ground, motionless. Advertisement. I know you are immortal. Subai whispered. I'll give you 5 seconds to recover, or else. Ask for flowers. Oh, I just wanted to beat you up again. Subai tightened his wrist. This sentence just landed. The tucked abdomen started to recover instantly, even the severed head was quickly reattached. That's right. The corners of Subai's mouth raised slightly. Seeing Subai's smile, I couldn't help shivering. This guy is definitely a monster, demon, terrible. Not to mention powerful, but also ruthless. I shouldn't have offended him. You shouldn't be arrogant, thinking that after the fusion, you can provoke him. Before you provoked me again and again. Subai glanced coldly at him. Now, tell me, how should I punish you? Hediza was silent. He wanted to beg for mercy, but he didn't know how to speak. God's punishment, right? I happen to know a little bit. Subai raised his hand slightly. Boom! In an instant, above the 9 heavens, a thunderbolt landed. It directly hit the body of Fit Za. Ah! Hediza cried out in pain. I don't understand. Subai grabbed his tightly tied hair and lifted it up. Who gave you the courage to fall to the ground, making you feel that after you fit together, you can defeat me? Still asking me to beg for mercy? You really have been provoking my bottom line? Swish! Subai waved his hand. Instantly, Fudoza directly splits into Black Goku and Zamasu. What? The two looked at each other in shock, then they looked at Subai. How is it possible? Their combination was actually cracked. Look, even if the strength is not as good as yours, it can also break your combination. Subai stood up and shook his head. I really don't understand, who gave you the confidence? Spirito forced separation, long ago, Subai learned. Can release all fusion, absorption, etc. Not to mention, your strength is still the same. Subai looked at the two of them. Zamasu didn't feel it yet. Black Goku was already so frightened that he couldn't help shaking. Because he is not immortal, when combined, he can still rub against the body of immortality. Now that it's lifted, if he dies, he's really dead. Seeing Black Goku trembling constantly under his gaze, Subai felt it was funny. When you fit together, you are full of courage. Subai shook his head, and waved his hand again casually. Swish! The two merged again and became a fusion. This time, the fit bar was shocked. What kind of move is this? It can make people fit together instantly? They don't know, this is Subai's modified time step back. Let the other party keep the memory and then only act on the two of them. After reversing, the two became a combined form. Okay. Subai looked at Hediza in front of him. If you kneel down and beg for mercy now. Having said that, Subai fell silent. He was taken aback for a while, he seemed to understand what Subai meant. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Please forgive me. Hediza knelt down and kowtowed. Seeing Hediza kneeling in front of him, the corners of Subai's mouth raised. I won't forgive you either. Sorry, I didn't finish what I just said. I've already thought about what kind of punishment I'll give you. It's the one you just said to use against me. What? Combined and shocked, could it be exiled to the realm of nothing? Moreover, it is to close your 5 senses and remove your divine power, Subai laughed. Without divine power, without the 5 senses, once you are exiled to the realm of nothingness, you will never be able to escape. And because of your immortal body, your long life will be drifting in the realm of nothingness. Your eternal life will be your greatest punishment. You will fall into never-ending loneliness. Hearing this, Hediza couldn't help shivering. You know, normal people are imprisoned in the dark, unable to move their bodies, and they will definitely go haywire within 3 days. And he, because of eternal life, will be imprisoned forever. This is undoubtedly the most painful punishment. For the immortal body, it is also the greatest irony. At that time, immortality will no longer be a gift, but will become a cage. Imprison him forever in darkness. 2. Chapter 70 in the future time and space. Call Super Shenron again. This guy is the devil. Seeing the frightened Hedala, Subai sneered. That's why, he wants the two to reunite. Because Black Goku has a life limit, if he wants to be permanently exiled, he can only reunite them. Gone. Subai put his hand on Hiza's body. Whoosh, the two disappeared on Earth, somewhere, nowhere. Block, Subai whispered. Hiza wanted to say something else, but found that his 5 senses were directly blocked. I want to say something, but I can't say it. I want to move my hands, but I can't. The whole person is like falling into the endless darkness of 417. Powerless to struggle. Thank you for being an inspiration. Subai whispered, although he knew that Hiza couldn't hear him. Whoosh, then, Subai directly exiled it to the world of nowhere. With his divine power, he completely blocked the energy of Fudiza, no matter who it was. Even if Angel comes over and wants to scan, the energy cannot be scanned. There is only one possibility to be rescued by others, and that is to see the body with naked eyes. But, the realm of nothingness is so wide that no one will wander around. Besides, Subai has used his divine power. If it is cracked, he will feel it. Therefore, if there is no accident, the fit bar will forever fall into the darkness of the boundless world. Even if there is an accident, Subai will seal it again. Okay, Zamasu's matter is settled. Subai clapped his hands. It's time for me to go about my own business. With this in mind, Yinbai looked at the spacetime ring in his hand. Whoosh, advertisement in a certain universe space. Subai looked at the 7 Super Dragon Balls in front of him. Appear, Super Shenron. Boom, Super Shenron descends. My wish is to make all universes and ordinary creatures surrender to me. This wish, in Subai's main universe, has already been fulfilled once. But now is the future universe, and everything has to start all over again. Your wish has come true. Shenron let out a low growl and dispersed. Subai pondered for a moment, then used instant transmission to go to the first universe. His plan to conquer all future universes has begun. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Conquer the #1 universe in the future. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Conquering the second universe of future time and space. Since there are no gods in the future time and space, plus Subai has the wish of instant transmission and Super Shenron. In less than 5 days, Subai has conquered all 11 universes in the future time and space. Now, only the 7th universe is left. It's time to find Trunks. Subai sent an instant transmission to Earth. The strongest person in the 7th universe should be Trunks without a doubt. As long as Trunks is defeated, he can become the master of the universe. On Earth, Trunks is still soothing the wanderers. Brother, at this moment, a little girl ran up to Trunks. Where did you get all this food? It's really delicious. Can you tell me where I got it? I'm hungry and I want to get some more food myself. Haha, I didn't get this. Trunks rubbed the little girl's head. This is an uncle to me. You should be grateful to him. It has nothing to do with me. Uncle? The little girl tilted her head and looked at Trunks in confusion. Whoosh! At this moment, Subai's instant transmission appeared beside Trunks. Are you hungry? As soon as Subai came over, he saw the little girl in front of him. Dirty, sunken cheeks, looks like he hasn't eaten in a long time. Here are some snacks for you. Subai took out several bags of snacks and handed them to the little girl. Ah, the little girl took the snack and looked at Subai gratefully. Advertisement, thank you, brother. The little girl took the snacks and bowed deeply. Subai just smiled. It seems that this feeling is not bad. Only Trunks scratched his head. He really wanted to say, what a difference in seniority. Don't look at the young man in front of you, but he is my uncle. You should also call him uncle. What kind of brother do you call him? Watching the girl walk away, Subai looked at Trunks again. Trunkus, I have something to ask you, come out for a while. Subai signaled Trunks to put aside the reconstruction work at hand. Yes. Trunks nodded, motioned for others to help, and went out with Subai. After the two went out, Subai looked at Trunks. Come on, Trunks, and fight me. Ah, Trunks was taken aback. Is this to test his own strength? I don't want to fight with you, Trunks hesitated. You are the great benefactor of our future time and space. My sword should not be pointed at you. It's okay, just discussing casually. Subai smiled, signaling Trunks not to feel pressured. Yes, then I know. Trunks nodded respectfully at 1.7, and then slowly assumed a fighting posture. Come on, Subai signaled Trunks to attack. Whoosh. Trunks raised his sword and rushed towards Subai. Snapped. Subai a hand knife looking at the fainted Trunks, Subai fell into deep thought. Because the system did not make a beep, system, if I beat Trunks, doesn't that count as conquering him? Subai asked the system. Ding, in fact, when the host took the initiative to help the future time and space, Trunks had already surrendered to the host. Ding, conquest does not necessarily mean conquering by force, it is the same with charisma. Subai was taken aback, then this is strange. Could it be that Trunks is not the strongest in the 7th universe? Chapter 71 Namek Shenron? The revived Z Fighters? As the strongest in the 7th universe, Trunks has already surrendered to himself. I also use Shenron to make all ordinary people in the 7th universe surrender to myself. Now, shouldn't I be the lord of the 7th universe? System, tell me why the 7th universe hasn't surrendered to me yet. Ding, because the strongest person in the 7th universe has not yet surrendered to the host. Subai was stunned for a moment. It turned out that the previous guess was true. The strongest person in the 7th universe is not Trunks. Who is it? Mara? Subai frowned, still Brawly. After much deliberation, Yin Bai could only think of these two. However, Brawly never saw Son Goku in this world and was suppressed by his father. Logically speaking, the strength should not be strong, right? If I really want to say, there is only Mara. Ding, neither, it's Son Goku. The system beeps. Subai was completely confused. He scratched his head and then asked. Isn't Son Goku dead? How can he still be the strongest at 31? Ding, although Son Goku is dead, Yama keeps his body. Ding, therefore, he can continue to practice, and his strength has been getting stronger with the Great Realm King. Subai. So this is awe. Unexpectedly, Son Goku had to be defeated. Subai thought for a while. It's quite troublesome to find the residence of the Great Realm King, so it's better to just resurrect to the earth. With this in mind, Subai locked on Namek directly. Whoosh, future time and space, 7th universe, Namek. Whoosh, Subai, in instant transmission, appeared on Namek. Ah, Master Subai? The Namek people bowed one after another? Advertisement, although it's the first time I've seen it. But, because of the Super Shenron, those Namek people who have no fighting power have surrendered. Come on, take out your Dragon Balls for me. The training place of the Great Realm King. Here gathers the 7th universe, the masters of the 4 galaxies. Among them, there are many masters than the galaxy. Especially, a few humans from Earth. On this day, Piccolo and Son Gohan sat together with a halo on their heads. Oh, it's really a pity that I failed to protect the Earth. Son Gohan smiled bitterly. In the end, he was defeated by the artificial man, leaving Trunks alone. It's okay, Gohan, you've done a good job, Beijing comforted. We are all proud of you. After speaking, Piccolo looked to the distant sky, and Son Gohan followed suit. Over there, in the sky, are Son Goku and Vegeta fighting. Kakarot. UB ******** D. How dare you kill Bulma? Hey, I said it all, Vegeta, that Goku is not me. Both of them are in a super red state, and they are inseparable from each other. And, how could I be willing to kill Bulma? Son Goku sighed. Bulma, but his good friend. Even when Bulma punches him, he never dodges. Stop talking nonsense. I get angry when I see your face, Vegeta was furious. How dare you hurt Bulma, I will. Vegeta still wanted to say something, swish. The presence of Vegeta, Son Goku, Son Gohan, Piccolo, including Kling and so on. These Z fighters all disappeared on Great King Planet. The future 7th universe, Earth. Son Goku and Vegeta, including a group of Z fighters, looked at the Earth and were suddenly taken aback. We're resurrected? Son Gohan trembled, tears streaming down his face. He couldn't be more familiar with this Earth like the end of the world. So, just seeing him for the first time, he can tell it out. We are resurrected? Advertisement. All Z fighters were stunned. At this time, Trunks flew over directly. Brother Gohan? Daddy. Uncle Goku, and Uncle Piccolo, Uncle Keelan, Uncle Tien Shinhan, Uncle Yamcha, Uncle Dumpling. You, Trunks. Son Gohan was startled, and immediately rushed to Trunks. You did a great job. I didn't expect that you could defeat the artificial man. Son Gohan flew to Trunks excitedly. I knew it was right to keep you in the first place. You really didn't let me down. Yes, I am, did it? Trunks hugged Gohan, tears streaming down his face. Brother Gohan, HMPH. Vegeta, on the other hand, glanced at Son Goku at 257. As if to say, see, my kid is better than your kid. Son Goku just scratched his head and laughed dryly. For a moment, everyone was immersed in joy. After a while. By the way, how did you resurrect? Trunks didn't understand. The Dragon Ball from Namek. Piccolo mused. Besides Namek's Dragon Ball, he couldn't think of any other possibility. Trunks froze for a moment. He didn't resurrect everyone before because there was no place for Namek and he couldn't find Namek. But, who could it be? Suddenly, he thought, Su Bai. After he was stunned by Su Bai, when he woke up again, Su Bai disappeared. Thinking about it now, Su Bai should have gone to Namek. By the way, there are gods, Son Goku said suddenly. Shouldn't Tenjin be revived with Piccolo? We can now use Shenron to revive Bulma and everyone. HMPH, why don't you hurry up? Vegeta snorted coldly. Just when everyone was about to act, Su Bai appeared in front of everyone with 7 Earth Dragon Balls. Please wait a moment, everyone, Chapter 72 Trembling Earth Shenron, 3 wishes again. Please wait a moment. Su Bai took 7 Dragon Balls and stopped in front of everyone. Who are you? Vegeta looked at him cautiously. Ah, Dad, this is Uncle Su Bai. He should be the one who resurrected you, Trunks said hastily. What? It's you. Z fighters were all surprised. Everyone looked at the man in front of them in surprise. People who have never met before will actually help them. I brought it from the future. It's your friend, Dad, Trunks said. My future me, my friend? Vegeta's eyes twitched. What am I doing in the future? Why'd I have friends? Can I still have friends? The Vegeta of this world died during the artificial man period. Although he is older than the super period, his character is far less mature than the super period. This is the Earth Dragon Ball you are going to collect, and I brought it to you. Su Bai flicked the Dragon Ball in his hand. Whoosh whoosh, 7 Dragon Balls quietly floated in front of them. After resurrecting everyone with Namek's Dragon Ball, he collected the Earth's Dragon Ball with divine power. Why are you being so nice to us? Z fighters were a little cautious. I have some doubts about Su Bai's dedication. Trunks looked anxiously. Why are you doing this? Uncle Su Bai is a very good person. He helped me so much. It's nothing. I just want to compete with Mr. Son Goku. Su Bai smiled at everyone. Reviving these people and defeating the strongest in the 7th universe is just one reason. There is another reason. Just pure, his little selfishness. To say why. The future world is a regret for all Dragon Ball fans, right? Although now, he commands multiple universes and has a high status, Angel still depends on his face. 18. Once, he was also a Dragon Ball fan. Compete with me? Son Goku walked over and scratched his head. Advertisement, Chi. Vegeta spat unhappily. Why Kakarot again? How is Vegeta inferior to Kakarot? How come everyone only sees Kakarot and doesn't know Vegeta? No problem. Su Bai looked at Son Goku. Of course, but, Son Goku looked at Trunks, then at Son Gohan, and finally at Su Bai. After all, you have helped us so much, and we are very grateful to you. Can we revive everyone first? This Earth is so strange to us. Su Bai nodded. There are no more than 1,000 human beings alive on Earth. It is indeed desolate. It is incomparable with the previous Earth. Thank you. Son Goku bowed to Su Bai. It's nothing. We can just exchange ideas at that time. Su Bai didn't care either. After all, it was only the last step, and it would not be too late to call after Son Goku finished his work. Then, let's summon Shenron. Son Goku looked at everyone and said this strange but familiar words. In this world, Earth Shenron has not been seen for almost 20 years. Come on, Trunks. Son Gohan suggested. Haha, yes, let Trunks summon Shenron, Klein agreed. Well, let Trunks come. Son Goku also gave up the position to Trunks. Trunks scratched his head embarrassedly. After all, those present are all his elders. You alone protected the Earth for years, and you deserve it. Son Goku patted Trunks on the shoulder. I see, Uncle Goku. Trunks took a deep breath, then come on. Let him make a wish. Trunks walked to the front of the Dragon Ball. In another time and space, he also summoned Shenron. Therefore, Shenron is no stranger to wishing. Appear, Shenron, make my wish come true. The skies are dark, Shenron is born. At this time, Son Goku quietly pulled Son Gohan. Gohan, where is Grandpa Master Roshi? Why didn't you see him? Didn't we resurrect together? Advertisement, ahem, Dad, Grandpa Master Roshi is not dead. Son Gohan wiped his sweat. Grandpa Master Roshi and Oolong are hiding in the submarine for fear of disaster. Son Goku. As expected of that timid Grandpa Master Roshi. What about your mother? Son Goku asked Chi-Chi. Mommy. Son Gohan sighed. Still in the mountains, after you died, he never left your grave. Son Goku sighed slightly. Chi-Chi soon. Trunks made a wish to Shenron. All those who were killed by Black Goku will be revived. Originally, Shenron in this period had not been strengthened. After all, the god is now Piccolo's other half, not Tianqian. Only the Shenron made every day can realize 3 wishes. However, when Shenron was about to disperse, Su Bai promoted Shenron with divine power. He didn't want to waste time, waiting for another year to cool down. What pure divine power? Are you the legendary Wang Hao, Supreme Kai? Shenron was shocked. Su Bai's divine power directly changed his wish from 1 to 1. No, it's not. Su Bai shook his head. Stop talking nonsense, hurry up and realize your wish. Yes. Shenron trembled. Not Lord Supreme Kai, who else can possess such pure divine power? Lord Gods of Destruction? Hiss. And, thinking of the horror of Gods of Destruction, Shenron will be dumbfounded. But it looks like Lord Gods of Destruction doesn't look like this, does he? Could it be that I'm getting old and remembering wrongly? When Shenron struggled, Trunks expressed his second wish. Let the destroyed cities be repaired. It was at this time that Son Goku grabbed Piccolo. Piccolo, what is Supreme Kai? Is it more powerful than a god? Chapter 73 Z warriors are stunned. Su Bai is also Saiyan. Piccolo froze for a moment, then looked at Son Goku. Didn't you watch Trunks and Supreme Kai defeat Majin Buu during Majin Buu's time? Son Goku scratched his head. I was fighting Vegeta and didn't pay attention. Piccolo. So, Piccolo explained it to Son Goku. Supreme Kai is one of the greatest gods in the entire universe. Responsible for the creation of everything in the universe. It's so powerful, Son Goku couldn't help but sigh with emotion. It was at this time that Trunks made his first wish. Let the earth come back to life. Now the earth is dilapidated and devastated. In many places, trees are dead, not to mention animals and such. When creating a new earth, Trunks will naturally not ignore water, trees, and animals. Your wishes have all come true. A light flashed in Shenron's eyes, and all 3 wishes had been fulfilled. Finally, Shenron looked to Su Bai. My lord, I have fulfilled all my wishes, can I go? 347. Well, let's go. Su Bai waved his hand. Yes, whoosh. Shenron disappeared into the sky. After waving his hand, Su Bai turned around and found that all the Z fighters were looking at him in surprise. What's wrong? Su Bai didn't understand. Everyone was silent for a while. What should they say about that? Before Shenron left, he even asked someone. Can you leave? This is really the first time. It was because of this that they looked at Bai in surprise. They felt that Su Bai's identity must not be simple. Just when everyone was silent, Shua, a plane lands. Advertisement out came Bulma, already aged and wrinkled. Goku Vegeta. Bulma ran over excitedly, and punched Son Goku. The speed is very slow, even people who have not practiced martial arts can avoid this punch, but... However, Son Goku did not hide. It's you, really you. DBEI, Bulma burst into tears. The real Son Goku, never dodges or punches. Okay, it's me. Son Goku hugged Bulma and comforted him softly. Although before the Majin Buu thing, he didn't see it. But, Black Goku killed Bulma, he still knows, Bulma really suffered. Vegeta. Vegeta was on the sidelines, turning his head in displeasure. It is worth mentioning that after the 2 died, one went to heaven without a body. One went to practice with the Great Realm King, so he and Bulma haven't met yet. Vegeta. Hearing Vegeta's voice, Bulma also turned to look at him. For a moment, both of them froze. Seeing the happy reunion, Su Bai didn't bother, he just stepped back slightly, feeling a little emotional. He still remembers his previous life. When he was online, he saw a lot of them. For example, maybe Bulma never thought that she would die at his hands, right? For another example, when the future time and space encountered a disaster, Master Roshi shouted angrily, if Goku didn't die, how could this happen? In short, the future spacetime is really full of regrets. Probably, it is the pain in the hearts of all Dragon Ball fans. Looking at the future time and space, with my help, everyone gathered together. As a Dragon Ball fan, Su Bai also has a sense of accomplishment. Subai didn't come over until the happy atmosphere dissipated. Being a Dragon Ball fan is over. Now, he is going to become the master of the universe again. Son Goku, as agreed, can you compete with me? The 7th universe, the last piece of the puzzle for him to conquer the whole universe. He can't wait. Okay, Son Goku jumped out and walked in front of Subai. However, before that, I want to thank you, advertisement. Seriously, thank you very much. Without you, neither will we be resurrected, nor will we be reunited. It's nothing, I'm also very happy that you can be resurrected, Subai chuckled lightly. After all, this was my childhood dream. Huh? Son Goku was taken aback, a bit confused about what Subai was talking about. However, he still bowed deeply to Subai, grateful. Then, let's fight. After being grateful, Son Goku also seemed a little impatient. He sensed that Subai is very strong, and he also wants to fight against the strong. Bring it on. Subai put his hands behind his back and motioned for Son Goku to attack. I'm very strong, you have to be careful, Son Goku reminded. He was afraid that he would accidentally hurt Subai. After all, Subai's kindness to them is beyond heaven. It is worth mentioning that Son Goku is grateful to Subai though. But he was not directly impressed by Subai's personality like Trunks. I know, just go ahead. Subai nodded. Knowing that Son Goku is number 1 in the 7th universe, he will naturally not be careless. By the way, our Saiyan can transform, you know? Son Goku looked at Subai. Did Trunks show you before? No, Trunks shook his head aside. Before, he was anxious to take care of the refugees, so he had no time to show himself. Ha ha ha. After hearing Son Goku's words, Subai couldn't help laughing. Didn't you notice? Having said that, Subai flicked his own tail. Ah, Son Goku and Vegeta, including all the Z Fighters, were all stunned. Subai, he turned out to be Saiyan, even Trunks couldn't believe it. How is it possible? There were only a few Saiyans in the past time and space. Trunks is really confused, because I belong to the 6th universe. Subai didn't hide from them either, telling the truth. 6th universe? Everyone looked at each other. What is the 6th universe? Chapter 74. More arrogant than Kakarot, Super 3 pairs of normal. Subai had no choice but to explain to everyone again. The connection between the 6th universe and the 7th universe. What? The 6th universe actually has Saiyan and Shirata? Vegeta was the most shocked. You are the Saiyan king of the 6th universe. Son Goku also looked at Subai in surprise. Then you must be strong, right? Yes, in that cross-universe battle, I won the victory, Subai nodded. Oh, by the way, you and Vegeta were both competing at the time. What? Son Goku and Vegeta face to face, look at each other. Subai's words are easy to understand. During the inter-universe war, the two of them lost. And Subai finally won. Okay, this time, Son Goku was full of fighting spirit. I didn't expect that you would be able to defeat me in another universe. It seems that I had to perform well. Looking at Son Goku, who was full of fighting spirit, Inbek didn't explain anything. Because Son Goku surrendered himself, not defeated by him. I'm here. Son Goku sighed and rushed towards Subai. Swish, at the first punch, Subai dodged it sideways. Vegeta, who was watching the battle, pouted. This kid started again. It's really careless to not change shape. Then, he looked at Bulma beside him, only to find that Bulma was watching in a daze. Still muttering about something, I finally saw Sun Jun make a move. I miss it so much. This made Vegeta's face turn green for a while, then green for a while. Change back and forth between dark green and light green. Missed. Son Goku scratched his head and looked at Subai. You are really good, it seems that it is just normal, I am not your opponent. Transform. Subai signaled Son Goku to transform. Well, I thought so too. Son Goku took a deep breath and... Boom! Advertisement. Son Goku transformed directly into Super Saiyan. After transforming into a super game, Son Goku's expression became a lot more serious. Subai, won't you change your body? Don't worry, you attack here. Subai signaled Son Goku to attack. Okay. Son Goku didn't hesitate, and rushed directly to the mouth. Swish swish swish, several consecutive attacks, all of which were avoided by Subai. Amazing, the more he fought, the brighter Son Goku's eyes were. This Subai is really amazing, all his attacks were actually dodged by him. Moreover, he is still normal, he didn't even transform. Boom! Son Goku punched Subai in the face and Subai got a side kick. Just pushed Son Goku's attack away, but, at this moment, Son Goku adjusted his body instantly and kicked Subai. Boom! Subai came after him and knocked Son Goku away with a knee bump. Swish! When Son Goku was flying, he instantly stabilized his figure. Whether it is offensive or defensive, it is very good. Son Goku touched his stomach, a little lost in thought. All his attacks are ineffective. Finally, I seized the opportunity and wanted to attack once. Result. Surprisingly, Subai came after him and kicked him out. Hey, it won't work if it goes on like this. Son Goku took a deep breath. It seems that we must come up with a stronger transformation. Son Goku exploded violently, his hair soared. Super Saiyan level 3. This is, Trunks was stunned. This is the first time he has seen the transformation of Super 3. In the past time and space, he didn't meet Son Goku, so he hasn't seen Super 3 yet. Advertisement. Asking for flowers. The third level of Super Saiyan. Vegeta curled his lips aside. This guy Kakarot really likes to show off. What a handsome third-tier Super Saiyan. Trunks couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Chi. Vegeta didn't say much. Son Goku, who transformed into Super 3, looked at Su Bai. I've turned into Super 3, you should know that, right? Super 3's transformation is very powerful, so, you have to be careful. Son Goku is still reminding Su Bai, hoping he can be careful, but also telling Su Bai. You are about to transform, it's okay, come over here. Su Bai just chuckled, expressing that Son Goku was relieved. 0. This guy is even more arrogant than Kakarot. Vegeta couldn't help but sigh. I really don't know whether to call him stupid or arrogant. I actually want to challenge the third level of Super Saiyan with normality. Vegeta couldn't be more aware of the gap between Super 3 and normal. Oh, you still don't transform? Son Goku was a little surprised. Is this Su Bai so confident? If you can't beat it, just change. Su Bai didn't say much. Okay, then let me show you. My Super 3, Son Goku bent down. Whoosh, instant explosion. Like a spring, Son Goku rushed towards Su Bai. Kamehameha. During the flight, Son Goku puts his hands together at his waist. Ah, when Su Bai was still a while away, he burst into Kamehameha. Watch the oncoming Kamehameha. Su Bai raised his hand slowly. Swish, a chi blade, straight out of Su Bai's hands. This air blade is just like a real sharp blade. When it came into contact with Kamehameha, it was cut in half directly, corpse. Chapter 75 Transformation, the fourth level of Super Saiyan. Destroyed, from contact, almost in the blink of an eye. The air blade has sliced through Kamehameha and is in front of Son Goku. So strong, sensing Su Bai's terrifying strength, but Son Goku is not afraid, and remains calm. Whoosh, an instant transmission, avoiding the air blade, appeared behind Su Bai. Haha, I'm behind you, you. Son Goku also wants to say something proud, saying you haven't seen it? But found that the oncoming person was a punch. When Son Goku was in a daze, this punch had already hit him in the face. Ah, it hurts, Son Goku couldn't help crying out in pain. How? Su Bai stood with his fists closed, looking at Super Saiyan Goku in front of him. 870, is this your last transformation? If that's the case, I'm going to beat you. Su Bai felt that without Whis guidance, Super 3 might be Son Goku's limit. Who knows? Hey, Son Goku took a few steps back and laughed twice. I didn't expect you to be so strong. Alright, let me show you my new transformation. After this transformation, it will be completely different. Oh, there is really transformation? Let's do it, Su Bai guessed. It should be a super race god, but I never thought that without the teaching of Whis, he would be able to break through. Coming, Son Goku took a deep breath, boom. Super Saiyan Red, transformed successfully. What is this? Trunks was stunned when he saw the transformation of Super Saiyan for the first time. Even Bulma was a little surprised. Hey, you don't know that, do you? Keelan walked over. He has been staying with the Great Realm King, and he has seen many of them. I'm telling you, this is Super Saiyan God. Trunks was taken aback. Then, Kling explained to Trunks, it's very strong. Su Bai sighed with emotion. Advertisement, huh? Super Saiyan Son Goku scratched his head. Can you feel my breath? I can't feel it. Su Bai shook his head. Son Goku. Then you say I am strong? But I've seen similar transformations, Su Bai said. Seen? Son Goku was taken aback for a moment, and then he came to his senses. It should be the self in the past time and space. Ah, the me in the past, too? Son Goku was surprised. It seems that the past self is not weaker than himself at all. Since you have transformed into a super god, let me show you too. Su Bai took a deep breath. Look, my transformation. If you say that you choose God as the evolution route, I can only say that you have ignored the most essential power of Saiyan. Saiyan's most essential power? Vegeta was taken aback for a moment, he thought about this sentence. Watch it, it's a complete transformation of Saiyan. Boom. Su Bai an explosion, the fourth stage of Super Saiyan, coming. This, Son Goku and Vegeta, including the others, were all stunned. What is this transformation? The whole person is different, okay. Such strong muscles, such handsome hair, this transformation is so cool. I call it the fourth level of Super Saiyan, Su Bai said in a deep voice. This is completely Saiyan's transformation, which stimulates all of Saiyan's potential. It's completely different from your divine power. Transformation for Saiyan, not God, Vegeta repeated in a whisper. Some heart longs for it, after all, compared to Saiyan, strength is the most important thing. God or not, it doesn't matter at all. Can I have a lesson? The power of Super Saiyan 4? Son Goku looked at Su Bai seriously. Advertisement, of course. Su Bai nodded, motioning for Son Goku to attack. Ah, Son Goku exploded his power to the limit. He dare not underestimate Su Po, after all, Su Bai's normality is already strong. Not to mention, now he has transformed into a fourth order Super Saiyan that he has never seen before. He is definitely a rival. I am coming. Son Goku exploded and rushed towards Su Bai. Swish. The straight punch was directly sideways by Su Bai, easily dodge. It was at this very moment that Su Bai raised his knees. 6. With one blow, it hit Son Goku in the stomach. In an instant, Son Goku was beaten back to normal. Cough. Son Goku fell directly to the ground, clutching his stomach, feeling quite painful. What? One blow knocked Kakarot out of combat. Vegeta couldn't believe it. Because, Son Goku knows how strong Super Saiyan is. Unexpectedly, he was defeated so easily by Su Bai. Everyone was surprised to see Son Goku defeated. They never thought that Son Goku would lose. This is the 4th level of Super Saiyan. Su Bai looked towards the sky. As long as you have a certain amount of power and a tail, you can look at the moon and transform into a Super 4. It's not changing into a god, nor is it turning into something else. It's pure, inspired Saiyan's raw power. 0.9. After saying this, Bai returned to normal. Okay, everyone, I'll go first. See you next time by chance. Whoosh. Before everyone reacted in a hurry, Su Bai had already disappeared in front of them. Because, when he just defeated Son Goku, Su Bai had already received the system's notification tone. Ding! Congratulations to the host, defeating the strongest person in the 7th universe. Ding! It was detected that more than 50% of the lives in the 7th universe completely surrendered to the host. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have unlocked the achievement of the Lord of the 7th universe. Ding! It has been detected that the host has conquered 12 universes. The title of Master of all Universes has been issued, all universe permissions have been opened. He was anxious to see what the Lord of the Universe could bring him. Chapter 76 Conquer all universes, Lord of all universes. The moment Su Bai disappeared, all the Z fighters on Earth ran to Son Goku's side and tried to help him up. Are you okay, Goku? I'm fine, but he's really strong. Son Goku couldn't help but sigh. Su Bai, really strong, Super Saiyan 4th level. Vegeta couldn't help whispering. He is very yearning for this transformation, because he doesn't like gods and the like, he just likes the power of Saiyan itself. Super 4's transformation fits his appetite too much. You can transform by looking at the moon. It seems that I can try it another day. Vegeta still remembers the method of transformation that Su Bai said. He has made up his mind to try this transformation. In fact, that's why Su Bai turned into Super 4 repeatedly. He just wanted to pass on this transformation method in this world without gods. If it wasn't for this, he would have beaten Son Goku with normality. When everyone is busy, there is a person who is a little confused and does not understand. He is Trunks. Uncle Su Bai, you are from the past. Why did you just run away 31? You ran away, you don't have a time machine, you can't go back. In the universe space, Su Bai clicked on the title of Lord of the Universe. Lord of all universes. The strongest god who manages 12 universes. You can appoint or dismiss any gods of destruction or Supreme Kai. Possesses the divine power of the Grand Priest level and all the magical skills of the Grand Priest. Su Bai scratched his head in confusion. What is this thing? He still wanted to say something, but found that there were a lot of divine skills in his mind. What a complete step back in time. What a complete space transfer. Or a complete self and self. Strong without doubt. That's right, I gave him everything the Grand Priest knew. In layman's terms, the current Su Bai is no different from a heavenly official. It's just that Su Bai doesn't understand why this thing has anything to do with the Grand Priest. Why did he become a Grand Priest? Now nah, I'm the Grand Priest, Su Bai pouted. Advertisement, what a joke, that's too much for my own B grade. He felt that as the king of the entire universe, his status should not be higher than Zeno's by how many levels. As a result, the system now tells him that you are the Grand Priest, Zeno's steward. How could Su Bai accept this? You want me to take care of Zeno? Su Bai pouted. I just blew up your Zeno palace. With this in mind, Su Bai also thought of the most important task in coming to this time and space. Explore the reality of Zeno and Grand Priest, meet Zeno. Su Bai closed his eyes and began to sense Zeno's position. Now, his divine power perception can span all 12 universes. Soon, he found Zeno's location, over there, whoosh. Su Bai an instant transmission across universes, directly from the 6th universe, to the gate of the Temple of Zeno. Swish, in the next second, Su Bai appeared in front of the Temple of Zeno. Looking at the word, Quan, in front of him, Su Bai smiled. It's pretty cool, in his perception, angel no, gods of destruction, no. Supreme Kai, and no more. Sure enough, in the future time and space, all the gods and angels are all dead, sleeping deeply. Squeak, Su Bai directly pushed open the palace door with divine power, and walked in without a trace of fear. Let me see, Zeno's reaction to me. After walking for a while, Su Bai was lost in thought. Logically speaking, the Grand Priest should have appeared. He was already in the Zeno palace after all. The result? No one, really no one, not a single shadow to be seen. What about the Grand Priest? I have been walking in for a long time, but he can't come out after seeing it. Is there no Grand Priest in the future universe? Su Bai frowned slightly, then continued walking. Go all the way to the middle of the palace, there is Zeno's seat. No one? Advertisement. Seeing that the seats were all empty, Yin Bai was taken aback. Immediately, he closed his eyes and spread his thoughts all over the Temple of Zeno. At first, when he first came, out of politeness, he did not release the power of God. After all, this kind of thing can be detected by people. If he is too unscrupulous, he will directly spread his divine sense all over the palace. It will definitely collide with the power of the Grand Priest and their gods. In this way, it is more or less embarrassing and impolite. But now, after walking around, I found nothing. Subai can only release the power of God. After releasing the power of God, Subai sensed it soon. Behind the temple of Zeno, there's a god's calendar. 3 shares, why 3? Subai frowned. 2 words, well explained, one is Zeno and the other is Grand Priest. Now there is a third 710, what is that? Who fell to the ground? They actually appeared in the temple of Zeno at such a time. Just as Subai was about to investigate clearly, a divine power discovered him. Moreover, without further ado, he directly attacked him. Huh? Subai frowned. He admitted that he unscrupulously released his divine power, or in someone else's house, which is a bit disrespectful. But, the other party can completely warn himself. This directly moves the killer, isn't it a bit of a bully? You know, this kind of divine power confrontation is the most dangerous. At the least, he vomits blood and gets injured. At the worst, his divine power is completely swallowed by the opponent, and he loses himself. It is equivalent to saying that he directly became a vegetable. HMPH, do you really think your supernatural power is very strong? Subai snorted coldly. Since the other party didn't show mercy, he wanted to put him to death. He will not be polite. Boom. Facing the divine power of the other party, Subai directly bumped into it. The two collided, surprised Subai a bit. The divine power of the opponent is several times stronger than that of gods of destruction. It's quite capable, no wonder it dared to bump into it directly. Chapter 77 God's Power Confrontation, overwhelmed the Zeno guards. Subai snorted coldly, directly raised the power of God to angel level. He wants to use angel-level divine power to directly crush the opponent. Boom! The huge divine power erupted, and the opponent obviously didn't expect that Subai actually had angel-level divine power. Immediately suppressed. But, this suppression didn't last long. The other party quickly reacted, bursting out with divine power stronger than angel, and counterattacked directly. What? Subai was slightly surprised. The opponent's divine power was actually an angel's power. Is it the Grand Priest? Subai's expression was slightly dignified, but he wasn't afraid either. After all, he also has all the powers of the Grand Priest. At this level, he can handle it, a direct explosion. Subai poured out all the power of the Grand Priest. In an instant, with a destructive momentum, destroy the opponent's divine power. Chi! Subai pouted. He thought the opponent was Grand Priest, but now it seems that he is much weaker than Grand Priest. All the divine power of the Grand Priest level can easily be suppressed by the opponent. I want to see who wants to put me to death. Subai rushed towards the direction where the divine power came from. The other party's divine power erupted completely, and it was clear that he never thought of surviving for himself. After a while, Subai came to a room. In the room, Subai directly used the power of God to push open the door. Without hesitation, Subai went in directly. Inside the house is a hot spring pond. However, there was no one inside, and there were some bloodstains on the hot spring water. Come to think of it, it was caused by Subai directly seriously injuring his opponent in the previous match of divine power. The other party vomited blood immediately. However, Subai's line of sight is not on the side of the hot spring, but in the direction of the power of the 3 gods. Zeno, and his 2 guards, advertisement no Grand Priest? Subai frowned, Grand Priest? At the same time, he also guessed that the one who lost the battle with him before should be Zeno's guard. Zeno and his 2 guards looked at Subai calmly, as if they had predicted his return a long time ago. In this regard, Subai is not surprised. After seriously injuring the guard, Subai didn't hide his divine power and rushed over directly. No matter how stupid the other party is, they still know that they're coming. Why did you hurt Zuo? Zeno looked at Subai with an unhappy expression. We had a good time playing with the duckling in the hot spring, but you hurt him, so I can't play anymore. Subai. There are so many things to complain about. But I don't know where to complain better. However, from the first meeting with Zeno, at present, it seems that Zeno does not know that he is special. Subai took a deep breath, his mood was still complicated. It's your guard, the one who attacked me first. Subai glanced at Zeno's guards. If it wasn't for my divine power being strong enough, I would either die or be injured when he went down. What? Zeno's 2 guards stared, as if saying, obviously, you can't use the power of God indiscriminately first. In the Zeno Palace, there is no way to know the rules. We just warned you once, of course. I admit that I was a little rude when I released the power of God. Subai seemed to understand the eyes of the 2. But I don't think you need to kill me. You can use the power of gods to isolate my investigation, and I will know there are people. At that time, I will naturally not go to investigate. But you directly killed me. Don't be embarrassing, you all put the knife on my head, it is impossible for me not to fight back. Zeno's 2 guards stare, looks like it's about to happen. At this moment, Zeno spoke up. You say that, it seems that Zuo and you did not do well. They shouldn't hurt you directly. Hearing Zeno say that, the 2 guards didn't dare to do anything wrong. His expression became even more calm, no longer ferocious. Advertisement tisk. Subai was a little emotional. Although Zeno is innocent, he is quite reasonable. It's okay, since you admitted your mistake for them, I don't care about it. Subai smiled at Zeno. This time, the 2 guards were so angry that they were half dead. What does it mean we admit we were wrong? What do you mean you don't care? It is obvious that you are not polite, first check our first. Puff. One of the guards, probably out of anger, spit out blood. Zuo. Zeno looked at the guard, shook his head and then looked at Subai. But what you have done is too much, you should use your divine power to heal Azuo. You are the one who hurt him after all. What if I don't cure him? Subai pondered. He understands Zeno's healing method, which he learned after ruling the 12 universe. This kind of divine power can easily hurt the origin. And this Zuo, who obviously has the power of God, but doesn't heal himself, obviously hurt the source, and healing alone is useless. This kind of healing that hurts the source must sacrifice the source of the divine power of another person, so that the source can be healed with the source. But the healing of the source is a permanent sacrifice and cannot be recovered. So, the money is good, Subai will definitely not sacrifice. Sacrificing one's original divine power to heal a person who wanted to kill oneself. Impossible, absolutely impossible. If you don't cure him. Zeno froze for a moment, as if he didn't think that Subai would reject him. After all, no one has ever turned him down. Then, come and play with me. Azuo is injured, no one can play with me, I am bored. Play with you? What do you want to play? Subai was taken aback. He didn't expect Zeno to say that. Sure enough, this kid Zeno is too simple, and his thinking is different from normal people. Play horse riding. Zeno waved his arms, very happy. You give me a ride, it's fun. Hearing this, Subai's face turned black. Me, shall I do it for you? You ride me? Yeah, Zeno nodded. Chapter 78 Physical Erase. Boiling Saiyan blood, Subai, hee. This little pea child is so beautiful, impossible. Subai flatly refused. Let him go to be a horse for others, impossible? Don't say he's capable of resisting Zeno. Even if he has no ability to resist, Zeno can completely obliterate him, and he will not be ridden by others. An imposing 8-foot man, he will die when he dies. It is a shame to let him ride for others. It's a matter of dignity, Subai will never step back. Why don't you give me a ride? Zeno didn't seem to understand, he looked at Subai curiously. Where did this man appear? This meeting has already rejected me twice. Because dignity is more important to me than life, Subai snorted coldly. Even if you can kill me, I will not lose my dignity. Huh? Zeno scratched his head, as if he didn't understand. Dignity, As for Zeno's 2 guards, each of them twisted their faces, wishing they could rush over and beat him up. I got hurt, and then you talk about dignity, right? Zeno doesn't do it, I do it, damn it, I beat you all over the floor begging for mercy, see if you still have dignity. However, seeing that Zeno didn't have an order, he didn't dare to act rashly. As Zeno's guards, they all act according to Zeno's face. Then you won't give me a ride. Zeno tilted his head and scratched his head. Not yet healed my guard, then no one will play with me and I will be angry. Buzz. Zeno gathered a mass of white energy in his hand and placed it in front of Subai. Play with me or erase you. Zeno wants to give Subai a chance because he thinks the person in front of him is quite interesting. After all, no one has ever dared to refuse him, not to mention, rejected twice. Zeno's 2 guards looked at each other at this moment. Right, that's it, Master Zeno, just wipe him out. I can play with you. Subai shook his head. Chi, the 2 guards of Zeno sneered. I thought how dignified you are. As a result, in front of Erasure, didn't he still bow his head? That's it, I really despise people like you. Talking about dignity and disrespect, but what happened? Didn't bow down under the erasure of 603, but, I will only play fair games with you, Subai said indifferently. This is my bottom line, if you want to break my bottom line. I can only say that I will not accompany you. You boy, you're so arrogant, Zeno's 2 guards couldn't sit still. Shut up, talk again and erase you both. Zeno glared at the guard. Moment, both guards fell. Can't afford to provoke, can't afford to provoke. Then, what do you mean? What is fair game? Zeno still didn't understand. It means that equal status is not a game that is detrimental to dignity like riding a horse, Subai responded. Is that so? Zeno froze for a moment, but I just want to play horse riding now. Like a spoiled child, if you look for something, you only want this one. He doesn't listen to what others say. In this regard, Subai could only shake his head and sigh. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Aren't you going to play with me? Zeno also looked at Subai with regret. No, Subai refused. Zeno shook his head slightly. This guy, funny, is rare to meet someone who isn't afraid of himself. But, in this case, I can only erase you. As for the white light in his hand, the sky rose. Erasing you will also make me happy, because erasure, it's fun. From Zeno's point of view, he wants to play now, but what he wants to play the most, there is no one to play with him. Then, you can only settle for the next best thing and play the second most fun. Erase. The 2 guards looked at each other, and they both saw the joy in each other's eyes. Right. Master Zeno. K him. Subai just stood there, watching Zeno's erasure, without a trace of fear. Swish, instantly, Zeno waved his little hand. A white ray of light from Su rushed directly towards Subai. In an instant, Subai was devoured directly. Subai himself is bathed in the light, feeling comfortable for a while. In the light, Subai stretched out his hands and looked at his palms. Advertisement sure enough, he will not be erased. In fact, Subai was just guessing before. After all, none of his subordinates would be wiped out. He felt that no matter what he was, he would not be erased. In this way, after trying it out, it was confirmed that he really will not be erased. In other words, when Zeno threatened him before, he didn't know if he could stand it. He's just innocent and doesn't want to bow his head. Swish! With a wave of his hand, Subai directly dispelled the white light surrounding him. See Subai come straight from the wipe? The two guards were shocked. Zeno's erasure is of course ineffective? Are you kidding me, huh? Zeno was also a little surprised, and then he stretched out his hand. Swish swish swish, swing back and forth against Subai several times. But, totally invalid, can't it be erased? Zeno looked at his hand, then waved at Subai. It really can't be erased. Zeno looked at Subai curiously. He didn't seem to understand why his own erasure and dialogue were invalid. And Subai's two guards were also stunned. What is this person from? Can you resist Master Zeno's erasure? It's impossible? Zeno thought for a moment, and pondered. Then let him disappear. God's power cannot be erased, so let's use you to erase him. This is the third most fun. The corners of Subai's eyes twitched slightly. Physical erasure, right? This kid, besides riding a big horse, does he only know anything else? As for Zeno's two guards, they looked at each other, and they both saw surprises in each other's eyes. Make him disappear. Exactly. This is what we've been waiting for. Thank you, Master Zeno, for your kindness. The two looked at Zeno respectfully, then turned their heads to look at Subai coldly. Boy, your days are over. Look at the two of us. I will directly beat you into a small pancake. Sigh. Subai shook his head helplessly. Unexpectedly, in the end, World War I could not be avoided. Come on then. I also want to see how strong these two guards are when they fall to the ground. In terms of divine power alone, he felt that the opponent was stronger than Angel. Whoosh! In an instant, two guards shot. They have long disliked Subai. Now they have the opportunity to make a move. How could they give Subai a chance to breathe? He rushed over without even saying hello. It's kind of like a sneak attack. In addition, the two are powerful. Yin Bai is still normal. So much so that Subai didn't even react. Bang. The two immediately knocked Subai out. Bang 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 bang. The powerful force made Subai break down several walls. You know, this is the temple of Zeno. The wall is solid. It is definitely not that simple. The fact that the guards can smash the walls is enough to show their strength. As for Subai, being able to resist such a powerful force is enough to show his physical fitness, DBEA, quality. HMPH, that's all. The two guards were rather proud. This kid looks so arrogant, isn't that what he is? Cup it. Hee. Who wouldn't know how to fill a cup? The two of them were just about to move on. Boom. Golden energy burst out. In the distance, Subai directly transformed into Super Saiyan, throwing all the gravel around him away. Crackling. The whole body, arc everywhere. This is the second level of Super Saiyan. Thanks to you, I can also warm up. Subai wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. The opponent's attack is quite strong. Cure. Using my divine power, Subai returned to normal in an instant. Oh, didn't die? The two guards were also a little surprised. He was able to withstand his own blow. Niece, something. Tut tut. But that's fine, we can torture you a lot. Advertisement UB asterisk 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 D-boy. Whoosh, the two disappeared instantly. It's so fast, Subai couldn't help but sigh with emotion. The opponent's speed was too fast, so he had no time to react. It seems that just the transformation of Super 2 is not enough. The moment the two were about to hit him, boom. Super Blue comes. Boom, two people, one of them kicked Subai in the head. The other person kicked Subai directly in the stomach. But, all were blocked by Chalan Subai, one left hand and one right hand. What? Blue hair? The two were surprised. At the same time, they felt that after the blue hair, Subai possessed the breath of God. Boom. Subai turned around in an instant, deflecting all the attacks of the two. Whoosh whoosh. The two also distanced themselves from Subai in an instant, and looked at him cautiously at the same time. It's not easy for this guy to be able to use the power of God. But, the power of God he uses now for his transformation seems to be different from the power of God he collided with before? The two were a little puzzled. I don't understand why one person can have two kinds of breath of God. They don't know that one of them is the power of God gifted by the system. Another one, Super Blue, is Subai's own divine power. Wow, so handsome, Zeno couldn't help applauding. Blonde hair, blue hair, hair can change color. So handsome, really handsome, you two, hurry up, let him change a few more for me. Two guards. This is a battle, not a game, Master Zeno. As for Subai on the other side, he couldn't help but clench his fist. Gee, these two guys are quite powerful. With my current state of surpassing gods of destruction, I can't even turn into Chalan. These two people are indeed stronger than Angel. Subai's current Super Blue is no longer at the same level as before. Now Subai, if he fights Vados again, he can suppress Vados with Super Blue alone. Add a Super 4, maybe you can directly beat Vados to the north. Instead of subtly suppressing it like it was at the beginning, it will become a war of attrition in the end. If so, this can steadily suppress Angel's Super Blue transformation, but now it will be suppressed by two guards. Although, there are also 2-to-1 elements in it, but you have to admit it. These two people are really strong. This feeling of fighting is very good. Subai grinned at the two of them. The two guards felt their scalps go numb. Why is this smile so scary? Whoosh, While the two were hesitating, Subai gave an instant transmission directly. Without a trace of hesitation, Subai rushed towards the two. Gee, it's just this speed, the two guards snorted coldly. This Subai seems to have a big tone. In fact, isn't the strength not much better? Compared with them, it's still a little bit worse. Bang 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 bang, in an instant, the three of them fought fiercely together. Left brother, you attack him on the right, brother on the right, you attack him on the left. The tacit understanding between the three of them for many years is just a look in the eyes. I read the meaning in the other person's eyes directly. Bang 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 bang, in an instant, the two completely suppressed Subai with perfect cooperation. Two fists are no match for four hands. What's more, Subai's current energy is already weaker than the two of them. All of a sudden, Subai fell into a disadvantage. But, Subai, who was pressed and beaten, was laughing. Ha ha ha, good fight. Good, just as Subai blocked the left fist, the right fist and the sidekick came together. Boom. Subai flew out in embarrassment, however, Subai grabs the ground with one hand in the air. Moment. Just stay in shape. He put his left hand on the ground, and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth with his right hand. It's really good. How long has it been? I've been waiting for a day. How long have I been waiting? Subai stretched out the back of his hand, looking at the blood on his right hand. My Saiyan blood is boiling, you too? Boom. Subai exploded, and the strength of his whole body was raised to several levels again. As for the two guards, they were given an imposing meal. Chapter 79 Bulldozer. Rub the Zeno guards. This carefree fight, this fiery blood. Subai took a rather greedy breath. Really, my blood, which has been silent for too long, is boiling again. This is a battle. Boom. With a huge blue arrogance, Subai directly hit the two guards. Come on, have a good fight with me, don't let me down. The two guards looked at each other, seeing disbelief in each other's eyes. Is this guy crazy, still so excited to be beaten? Are you crazy? How did they know that, as a fighting nation, Subai really hasn't had a good fight for too long? The people he faces are all weak, too weak. What a perfect god, being rubbed directly by his normal state. What gods of destruction is also being rubbed by him normally? And that Jin-san, the strongest in 12 universes, crushing gods of destruction. But, I was still rubbed by his super race. The last time, close to a full shot, was against Angel. When did he really go all out and fight people heartily? He can't remember, it's been too long. As a fighting nation, it is impossible to fight happily. Subai is really in pain, mental the kind of pain. And today, he can finally explode. Boom. When the two guards were trembling, Subai punched them with a powerful arrogance. One of the guards couldn't react in time, and was sent flying out by a punch. Ha ha ha, fight, come on, fight with me instead. Subai clenched his fists, and the blue arrogance on his body exploded again. It is already the same as deep blue. No, it can even be said that no matter the color or the amount of arrogance, it is much thicker than dark blue. That blue arrogance is about to surround Subai. Damn it, you dare to sneak attack. Another guard rushed over and punched Subai. Boom. Subai clenched this fist tightly with his hands. The two of you worked together to suppress my challenge. Subai's expression was very indifferent. If it's just a person, it's not too different from my super blue. I'm not too different from you, the guard's expression changed. He felt that this was humiliating him. As Master Zeno's guard, he actually said that he is similar to him? Too presumptuous, die to me. Although the guard's left fist is held by Subai, his right hand is not idle. At this time, he stretched out his right hand, clenched his fist and hit Subai. 6. Subai turned and punched him, fist to fist. Boom. Huge energy burst out directly. The entire temple of Zeno trembled 3 times. Ah! There was a scream, but it was the guard who was punched and flew out. After falling to the ground, the guard looked at his fisting right hand, which was still stained with this blue aura. That blue aura was like a necrosis attached to the bone, it kept burning him. Ah! Burned by the blue breath, he couldn't help screaming out. As for Subai, after this punch, he didn't feel too good. The entire arm of his fist was completely shattered. But, Subai just glanced at it, and then healed it with divine power. It seems that my estimation is still a bit wrong. In the case of Super Blue, one-on-one, you seem to be better than me. But, not enough. Subai instantly healed himself with divine power, and rushed towards the two of them. You guys stand up for me and fight hard again. Don't pretend to be dead with me, your divine power can also be cured? As for those two, they just got up from the ground in embarrassment. Then he healed himself painfully, the damage Subai caused to them was too great. Before he could catch his breath, he saw Subai rushing over again with a strong blue aura. The two gritted their teeth. Yes, indeed, just like what Subai said, they can also heal themselves with divine power. But, it hurts. The feeling of broken flesh is really painful. Does this lunatic think that everyone is like him, not afraid of pain? Advertisement: my arms are broken, but I am more excited. This guy is absolutely crazy. In terms of strength alone, the two are stronger than Subai. But no matter what, Subai is really desperate. The way of fighting is too hard. When the two were trembling, Subai rushed in front of them with great momentum. Ah! Subai let out a roar. The left hand is holding Azuo. The right hand is holding the right hand. Grab one in each hand, before they know it. Just push them to the ground at once. Chuan Chao's classic moves. That man acts as a bulldozer. Subai pressed the heads of the two and pushed them up directly in Zeno Temple. You know, this is the temple of Zeno, both the ground and the building are first-class solid. But, even so, Subai still held them down, push it straight up. Ah, the two howled in pain, it's like a slaughterhouse. And Zeno, who has been watching the battle, clapped his hands happily. This bulldozer, play with it, bulldoze, bulldoze, push that way, push that way. Hey, push to the left, don't go to the right, push the right before. This made the already painful guard want to cry without crying. Our two brothers have worked so hard to protect you, but you still cheer for the enemy? How can there be such a thing? As for Subai, although he has a slight wound on his body, he looks like a god of war. No, the current Subai, it should be said to be a berserker, is more appropriate. He pushed two people directly around the temple of Zeno, and pushed one more time. Swish, seems like enough is enough. Subai clapped his hands together, and threw the two people out of his hands. Boom! Hitting the pillar of the temple, the two spat out blood, and then fell to the ground in embarrassment. Next, you have to pay attention, Subai gathers great energy in his hands. My move may directly kill you, quickly gather the energy in both hands. In a blink, those two clusters of energy directly converged into a terrifying force of destruction. This is, my challenge omnipotence explodes, boom. Huge blue energy exploded directly towards the two guards. At this time, the guards who had been rubbed before also got up from the ground in embarrassment. As soon as I got up, I saw huge energy crushing and rushing towards me. *hole. The two guards gritted their teeth. Now that things have happened, I can no longer hide them. When the energy is about to devour them, for the first time, they shielded their pain with divine power. No way, Subai is not afraid of pain, they are afraid. After they no longer feel the pain, they had to work hard. This damned B************* D should also be shown to him. God is amazing. The two of them seem to have broken some kind of seal. Powerful power erupts. This is the time, Subai's full energy bombardment rushed directly in front of the two. Swish, see, one of them, day. A black hole appeared out of thin air, instantly swallowing all of Subai's energy. Swish, in an instant, the other person also waved his hand. Another black hole appeared. It's not yet time for Subai to figure out what to do. His previous full energy attack erupted directly from the black hole. Just a blink of an eye, this huge energy has completely swallowed Subai. In this regard, the two guards just waved again, closed the black hole completely. Then the two looked indifferently at the direction where Subai was standing. This blow should not be enough to kill you, then, stand up quickly. Our battle, the regiment has just begun. Both of these two people exude powerful energy, and even their eyes emit light. There is no doubt that these two guards broke out with all their strength. Asking for flowers, fun, advertisement. From the place ravaged by energy, Subai's voice can be heard. Through the smoke, I can see Subai's staggering figure. Even above the ground, there are a few drops of blood. Floating a few strokes of clothes, the blow just now made Subai quite embarrassed. Subai grabbed his torn shirt and tore it. He threw his shirt straight away, his refined muscles were exposed in the air with a sound. That's right, I knew that your strength is beyond that. In situ, Subai strikes a fighting pose. The scars on his body are also visible to the naked eye instantly. Fully recovered. What a powerful divine power. The two guards sighed with emotion. However, they are not afraid now, after full blown. They have decided to beat Subai directly, make it too late for him to recover. It is not impossible to completely exhaust his divine power before killing him. Whoosh, after Subai assumed a fighting posture again, he rushed towards the two of them without hesitation. Don't even think about getting close, the two got up and drank. In an instant, the two stretched out their palms. 4 palms aimed at Subai, sending out dense air bombs, all rushed towards Subai. Boom 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 boom. These air bombs caused a huge heat in the air. HMPH, Prince's tactics are useless to me. Seeing that all the energy was about to rush towards him, Subai let out a roar. Prince's tactics? What's that? The two guards were a little dazed. Next second, whoosh, in instant transmission, Subai has appeared beside the two. Bang, bang, 2 hits, 1 punch, hit A's left, 1 kick to A's right. But, this time, even if the two of them are losing their minds. Even if Subai uses instant transmission, but, they guarded. The moment Subai attacked them, they blocked directly. Sure enough, it's different after unleashing all your strength. Subai chuckled. You can take advantage of it now. Azuo took Subai's hand and pulled it towards him. Ayu let go and let Azuo go over to take pictures. Then, he punched Subai straight in the face. Subai also changed his move, he kicked Ayu. But, in the next second, Ayu drove directly, this kick failed, and Subai was directly imprisoned in Azuo's arms. Boy, you're dead. Azuo laughed in Subai's ear. Really? Subai gave an explosive force, Azuo's expression changed. Subai is trying to break his imprisonment. Azuo is also secretly working hard, the eyes are big. All of a sudden, one person wants to break free, and the other person wants to be imprisoned. Where did the two directly stalemate? At this time, it's time to break the stalemate of Ashishi. He pumped his fist and punched Subai directly in the face. After being hit hard, Subai let out all of his energy for a moment. At this very moment, Azuo's energy completely gained the upper hand. HMPH, boy, you can't escape, the two sneered. That's it, we will beat you to death. Ayu raised his fist and pointed directly at Subai's face, belly. Punch followed punch. Hello. Haha, to this, Subai just laughed. Good fight. Ha ha ha. When the two saw this scene, they were ingenious. This guy is really crazy. It was so painful to be beaten, but it was still applauded. Especially Ayu who punches, he knows how heavy his fist is. But even so, Subai is not afraid of his pain. If it was him, he might not be able to take two punches. Thinking of this, Ayu's fist became even harder. He wants to beat Subai, begging for mercy. At this moment, Subai, whose mouth was covered in blood, sneered. Have you played enough? If you have played enough, it will be my turn. You too, you are really amazing. Let my subhumans boil. Look, my whole card. Death, Chapter 80 Super Blue Superimposed Super 4, go all out again. When the two heard Subai's words, they immediately laughed out loud. Whole card? Ha ha ha. Return the cards? Is this because we can't find North? He even said he had a whole card. What, don't you believe it? Subai licked the blood at the corner of his mouth. You have a whole card, you can make us play like this? The two laughed. I see you, you're crazy, ha ha ha. Subai looked up to the sky and laughed. You don't understand, I'm so happy, opponents like you. If I miss it now, I want to meet again, I don't know how long I have to wait. So, speaking of this, Subai showed a bloodthirsty smile at the two of them. I don't want to kill you so early. With this smile, both of them shivered. This Subai looks like a demon that eats people. Azuo was even more frightened, and loosened the hands that imprisoned Subai. Almost let Subai run out. Azuo, don't be afraid, Ayu hurriedly said from the side. You lock him up, don't let him fool you. Where does he have any whole cards? He just wants to scare us. Let's not fight and fear. Yes, I know, Azuo gritted his teeth. He restrained the strength of his hands even harder. Boy, don't just run away from me, ha 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 ha. Subai looked at the nervous two and laughed out loud. Look, 960, one of my whole cards. Super Saiyan 4th order. Boom, his body started to change. Arms are starting to grow iridescent hair. The hair also slowly changed from blue to black. But, the blue arrogance around him has not disappeared. This is one of Subai's whole cards, Super Blue Superimposed Super 4 transformation. Before, against Vados, he relied on this transformation to overwhelm Angel. Almost instantly, Subai directly transformed into the 4th stage of Super Saiyan. Ah, so handsome. Zeno, who was watching the battle, opened his eyes wide, and the sun was shining. He said it was the 4th level of Super Saiyan? Wow, this Super 4 transformation is so handsome. I want to change too. Ah, Zeno clenched his fists and put them on his waist, continuously. Ah, the 4th level of Super Saiyan, Euro. A white breath leaked from Zeno, he's out of breath. Why can't I transform? Zeno sighed decadently. I also want to transform, I also want to be Super Saiyan. It's really handsome, this. What is this? The two guards were stunned. And Subai, who transformed into Super 4 and blessed Super Blue, just smiled lightly, and then grabbed Azuo's hand. It was this hand that imprisoned him for a long time, making him unable to struggle. The current Subai, with just a light grab, immediately lifted Azuo's hand away. Even though Azuo has already exerted all his breastfeeding strength. There is no way to shake Subai's strength. You see, after breaking out with all your strength, you can break free, it's that simple. Subai grabbed Azuo's hand and raised it directly in front of his eyes. Azuo was being carried by Subai. Ayu was trembling constantly. It's so possible, they clearly exploded with all their might. But, in front of Subai, it is not as strong as his single hand. They can't shake Subai. Zeno's eyes lit up, and he picked up a broken stone from the ground, and held it in his hands. Then, he imitated everything and lifted the stone in front of himself. Look, break free after breaking out with all your strength, it's that simple. Zeno, I think this action is so cool, so, he imitated directly. But, at this moment, the two guards are not in the mood to complain about Zeno. Advertisement because, the threat Yin Bai gave them was too great. They dare not be careless, don't even dare to divert attention. Speaking of which, why don't we play a game? How about you get rid of me instead? Subai flew into the air and lifted the guards up completely. Let me see if you can break free. Click, Subai grabbed Azuo's arm and gave it a hard push. In an instant, Azuo's arm was directly pinched and deformed. However, Azuo didn't scream out, and even his expression didn't change. It's not because he's not afraid of pain, and it's not because he's such a tough guy. It's just simple, he shields his own pain, so he doesn't feel pain. Azuo struggled hard, want to struggle out of Subai's hands. But, useless at all, like a mayfly shaking a tree, it's all useless. You finally recovered from the shock at this time. He directly raised his arm and released countless air bombs towards Subai. Whoosh whoosh, it hit Subai straight in the face. Bang 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 bang. When they were about to hit Subai, all these energy bombs exploded in the air. What, my attack? Ayu took a few steps back in disbelief. Is this Subai so strong? His all-out blow is completely useless against him? Look, Subai held Azuo and then smiled at Azuo. You guys are no longer my opponents. Speaking of this, Subai himself couldn't help feeling a little bit emotional. Once, with his superimposed transformation, he could barely suppress Angel. Now, facing two opponents who are stronger than Angel, he can handle them easily. Now, he has really become too strong. Damn it, Azuo gritted his teeth angrily. But he has no choice, he has used all his strength. Azuo. Let's use the skill of God. Azuo let out a low voice. The two of them have fought until now, and they haven't used the skill of God yet. Do you want to use the skill of God? Zuo hesitated. Because, according to the rules, these guards can only use their own strength. Those god skills are the moves of gods of destruction and Angel. They are equivalent to borrowing and cannot be used. I'm going to be beaten to death, don't you use it? Ayu scolded loudly. Okay, Azuo took a deep breath. Moment. The original white arrogance dissipated, and a purple aura began to rise from his body. Oh, Su Bai looked at Zuo in surprise. You guys still have hidden power? That's right, as Zeno's guard, how can you two not know the skills of God? If I'm right. Before Su Bai finished speaking, Azuo directly destroyed it, stuffing it into Su Bai's face. Boom. The energy of destruction will also increase with the strength of the user. Even Su Bai can't underestimate the destruction like Azuo's beyond Angel level. Therefore, Su Bai was quite embarrassed after receiving this blow, and immediately let go of the opponent's arm. Whoosh! Azuo took advantage of this, and immediately retreated in a burst, distanced himself from Su Bai. After standing still, immediately use the power of God to start repairing your injuries. As for the distance, Su Bai wiped the wound on his face. There is no way, the distance between him and Azuo was too close just now. That destruction hit his face directly, but he also used his divine power to protect himself. It was just a little embarrassing, but it didn't hurt anything. Su Bai stood in the distance, looking at the two of them. If I'm not mistaken, you two are the limbs of the gods. One is self-consciousness, and the other is self-consciousness, right? Su Bai just wanted to say this and that, but before he said that, Azuo blocked him. You guessed it? Zuo looked at Su Bai in surprise after recovering his arm. Is it hard to guess? Su Bai sneered. Two kinds of divine skills correspond to two guards. Really guess it, you can guess it, I just thought about it, these two people are so good at hiding. Only when you have reached the present, will you be willing to use it. Advertisement, so, let's do it all over again? Ah. Boom. On Su Bai, two kinds of energy skyrocketed. Now he can already proficiently master the two kinds of energy. Transforming into two forms at the same time is nothing to him. This guy. Azuo and Ayu bared their teeth. The fire seems to be too strong, as if the energy has no upper limit, it keeps erupting. But, they're not afraid either. Now that they have decided to use the skills of gods, they're confident. Boy, you are too arrogant, dare to challenge our divine skills. Look, the two of us, we will blow you to pieces. Whoosh, use Ultra Instincts Ayu to go straight to Su Bai. However, Azuo, who uses his extreme will, is constantly gathering destructive energy in the rear. He wanted to find the right opportunity to directly destroy the energy and beat Su Bai into a fool. Whoosh, after using ZZG, Ayu quickly rushed to Su Bai. A punch, show no mercy until Shani. Su Bai slightly turned sideways, avoiding Ayu's punch directly. What? Both Ayu and Azuo were stunned. Ayu used Zizai's extremely intentional punch, but it missed. Is this real or fake? This is impossible, Ayu directly doubted life. If it's a normal punch, Su Bai dodges it, but this is a great way to feel free. What's so surprising about this? Su Bai punched Ayu directly with a backhand. Ayu just sneered at this. Boy, didn't you know? Ultra Instinct can dodge all attacks? With your soft fist. Before he could come up with the first word, Su Bai punched him in the face. This time, Azuo and Ayu were confused. What are you doing? Ayu used his self-possessed extreme intentions, and was hit by someone. This is even more outrageous than the failure of Zizai's attack. After all, as the divine technique of master dodging, the attack is dodged by others. Okay, understood, freedom and extreme attack are not particularly strong. Strong, after all, it is free dodge, in terms of dodge alone, ZZG should be invincible. But never expected, Su Bai actually hit him. I got it. Ayu burst out suddenly, Zuo, we are dreaming. This is all fake, this guy, 0.9 is all imagined by us. No one can do this kind of thing. That's right, why didn't I think of this? Azuo also suddenly realized. If this is a dream, then it is very easy to explain. No wonder the two of them keep losing. No wonder the two of them used the divine skill, but still lost. It turned out to be a dream, ha ha ha, the two laughed happily. All fake, ha ha ha, crazy. Su Bai was taken aback for a moment, he didn't expect that with one punch, he knocked them both crazy. In fact, Bai was not surprised that his fist was able to hit these two people. After all, in the previous state, none of the three used divine skills, and Su Bai stabilized them. And when all three of them used the skill of God, Su Bai's free spirit is definitely better than the other party. The two Zizai collided with each other, and it must be the strongest one leading. In this way, it is easy for Su Bai to hit Abu. Looking at the two people who were laughing, it seemed that they really regarded reality as a dream. Two idiots. although Subai sighed, he could also understand, after all. Angel-level god skills are not as good as the opponent, is this possible? Anyone who is a person will feel that it is impossible, it must be a dream. Hurry up and wake up from the dream, I will continue to fight. Subai slowly stretched out his hand, a section of purple energy gathered in his hand. Just now he hit Ayu with his free will, now, he is going to destroy 2 people with his self-will. Chapter 81 Subai's Destruction. Reaching 12 universes. The final cards of the 2 guards. Destroy. Subai faced the 2 of them and directly released the destructive energy. How strong is Subai's destruction? At the moment of release, the whole space trembled. All around, all the matter that touches the destructive energy, whether it is energy or the temple. In short, all these things were destroyed and devoured. When Zuo and you were joking, Subai's destructive energy had arrived. Ahem, right brother, look, this energy is coming. Brother Zuo, I saw it, but, it's all a dream, why should I care about that? But, right brother, I feel a hint of a crisis warning. Brother Zuo, there may be something wrong with our perception. Brother Right, look, your shirt is starting to evaporate. The 2 of them looked at each other and were silent. Isn't this dream a bit too real? Let me try. Zuo signaled Ayu to stand behind him at this time. He then uses his own sabotage to slow Subai's sabotage approaching. After all, it was all destruction. He felt that even if he tried it, there shouldn't be any accidents. Result. As soon as his hand touched Subai's broken body, his face changed drastically. The expression of the whole person is distorted. Not good, quickly retreat, brother Right, save me. Subai's destruction, the moment he touched Zuo, directly shielded his pain and destroyed it. Then, the severe pain directly devoured him. In this regard, he can only ask Ayu for help. What? Pain? Ayu is shocked. From this point of view, this is not a dream. Brother, don't be afraid, I'm here to save you. Ayu took a deep breath, pulled Zuo, and retreated towards the back. Fried, Subai sneered. Are you aware of the danger now? Too late. Boom. The huge destructive energy was directly detonated. 31 moments. Blow up the entire temple of Zeno directly to the sky. Subai's destruction is so terrible. At this moment, the distant 7th universe, Earth. The Z Fighters gathered together happily, and everyone was talking and laughing. Just at this time, boom, a huge shock strikes. The whole Earth is trembling. What kind of power is this? Everyone was stunned. Has someone invaded? The whole Earth is trembling? When everyone was alerted, they found that the energy seemed to come quickly. Go fast too. Only one time. After the past, there is no movement anymore. Seems to be all right. Keelan scratched his head. But, Son Goku and Vegeta, including Trunks and Son Gohan, looked at the sky solemnly. The energy just now, although only for a moment, but too strong, so strong that they cannot look up, right? Just can't look up, they are not even qualified to look up to that terrifying power. This power, a little familiar, Son Goku suddenly scratched his head. I also feel a little familiar, Trunks pondered. Afterwards, both of them looked at each other in disbelief. This power, is it Subai's? The 2 got the answer from each other's eyes. Subai, so strong, the 6th universe, also felt this power zone. Hitt the killer looked up to the sky. What kind of character can erupt with such a powerful energy? It actually made the whole planet tremble, however, it feels very similar to Master Subai's power. 11 universe, celebrity planet. The expressions of everyone in Team Proud also change. Who? What power? Advertisement, it can actually make the celebrity planet tremble. Toppo and others were a little puzzled and wanted to investigate. Jiren suddenly opened his eyes at this moment and said. Like Master Subai's power. What? It turned out to be Master Subai's power. Everyone was startled, and then calmed down. If it's Lord Subai, it's not surprising. Master Subai, you are so strong after all. Subai totally conquered them before, so. A few of them, like the universe in the past, respect Subai very much. Near the temple of Zeno. Oh no, it should be said that there is no temple of Zeno now. Explodes with Subai's destruction. Everything around here was blown up. Subai propped up a protective shield, which can be regarded as protecting himself. On the other side, it was Zeno, who propped up a protective cover to protect left and right. The 2 looked at each other, they could see clearly. Because the previous destruction was too strong, all the sundries and dust in the vicinity were removed. Here, it can be said to be the cleanest, sterile environment. Oh, Subai was a little surprised. At the last moment, it was Zeno who shot. Zeno, would he take the initiative to protect his subordinates? Unexpectedly, in the next second, Zeno lifted the shield. Left, right, keep fighting, Quan Guo excitedly said to the 2. It's so exciting, I still want to watch it. Do you understand? The 2 guards looked around. This empty scene, including the Zeno temple, was blown up. The 2 shook unconsciously. XD. That's the shaking. Let the 2 of them not reply to Zeno in the first time. This time, Zeno is not happy at all. If I talk to you, you dare to ignore me. See you, Zeno waved. Swish, Zuo's left hand disappeared immediately. And you? Zeno looked at Ayu. Swish, with another wave of his hand. Ayu's right hand disappeared immediately. Ah, Master Zeno, we were wrong. The color of the 2 of them changed instantly. They are all afraid, because they ignored Master Zeno because of fear just now. I want to wipe you all out. Zeno shook his head, as if he had made up his mind. Goodbye, Zuo, she. Zeno raised his arm high, and then a ball of light appeared in his hand. Wait a minute. Ayua's in a hurry. Master Zeno, didn't you say you wanted to watch us fight? We have a better way to fight more exciting battles. If you erase us, you won't see it. Really? Zeno's arm snapped? It seems that there is some hesitation. At this time, Azuo nodded quickly. Yes, that's right. Master Zeno, Ayu and I still have cards. Could force more transformations from this B********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** still listened to Zeno's words. He knows, Zeno loves these transformations. Yes, 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 yes. Ayu nodded again and again. Let's make a move so Master Zeno can see more transformations. He heard it too, Juan likes to watch transformations. If you erase us, you won't be able to see the wonderful battle and the new transformation. Oh, that makes sense. Zeno folded his arms. Then, hurry up and fight, let him give me a new transformation. I want to see a new hair color. Yes, yes, yes. The two nodded hastily and were about to fight Subai. Wait a minute. Zeno called to stop the two of them. Ah, the two looked back at Zeno with sad faces. Little ancestor, what are you going to do again? Return it to you. Zeno waved his hand. Zuo's left arm is back. Another swish. Ayu's arm is back. Wow. Thank you Zeno-sama. Both of them almost cried. Zeno-sama, today is really a blessing, advertisement. I give you arms so that you can fight well, Zeno reminded me. Fight well, give me a wonderful fight, don't worry, we will do our best. Both of them took a deep breath and looked at Subai. As for Subai, he kept looking at the other party without speaking. He wanted to see what other tricks these people could play. Until Zeno regained both of their arms, which surprised Subai. Zeno will erase and everyone knows it, but, Zeno's recovery, he is really seeing for the first time. After all, in the original book, the recovery universe was all recovered by the Super Shenron. Zeno has never been shown to restore this calendar. Of course, what still surprised Subai was that these two guys actually said that they still have cards. In this regard, Subai holds an attitude. He didn't think that the other party could go one step further. Explode with all your strength, it's over. The skill of God has also been used. Under such circumstances, they even brazenly said that they can improve. From Subai's point of view, this is undoubtedly fear of death, and he is tricking Zeno. Soon, the two flew in front of Subai. Tisk, Subai exclaimed. What, you still dare to fight me? The two looked at Subai and glanced at each other. Then, he looked at Subai again. Boy, I don't know how you did it. Zuo was the first to speak. Your destruction is actually stronger than mine. And your free mind is also fishier than Ayu's ultra instinct. It is not easy to master two kinds of divine skills at the same time. You can still practice both God skills to the limit. It was beyond the two of us' expectations. We both thought it was a dream. 760. Because it's really unrealistic. The result finally proved that you are so strong. It's the two of us sitting in a well and watching the sky. We really don't know, how on earth did you do it? It's hard to understand, really, no pass. The two took a deep breath at the same time and then said in unison. These are not important anymore. We decided, look out, boy. This is a realm that you will never reach in your lifetime. Fit. The two of them gave a low shout. It's not the combination of Potala's earrings, and it's not the fusion technique of the Metamorians. Rather, it is a different combination that belongs exclusively to these two people. Just let out a low drink and rush towards each other directly. Subai, who has been watching, was a little surprised. He didn't expect that these two people could fit together. However, soon, he was relieved. These two people have a perfect understanding. Both are Zeno's guards. One will be free and self-conscious, and the other will be self-conscious. Like a brother. Oh, judging by their race, they should be brothers. Under this kind of tacit understanding, it seems that there is no problem in reuniting. That's right, I should have thought about it a long time ago, the two of them can fit together. In this regard, Subai faintly looks forward to it. Before the fusion, it was already strong enough to surpass Angel. After the fusion, what will it be like? Can you still defeat your opponent? Subai felt it, and his Saiyan became even more excited. Because, he is very clear that this time the opponent is very likely to be the strongest he has encountered in this life. At this moment, the entire universe trembled. Left and right, after being combined, they walked slowly in front of Subai with a tiny angel halo. As you can see, we fit together. Now, we are neither Zuo nor Ayu. We're called, left and right, 58. Subai took a deep breath and couldn't help taking a few steps back. Although the name is stupid, but the strength of left and right is real. He can feel it, just face to face, he can feel it. The strength of the opponent, that is a power that makes the gods fear. Left and right are just bland, look to Subai, this moment, just this ordinary glance. Subai felt it, and there was a tingling sensation on the skin. Chapter 82 Transformation. It's the first time to use it perfectly and freely. It's been a long time since I encountered such a coercive enemy. Subai clenched his fists, his fighting spirit reached its peak. Although, he can use the spirit of forced separation technique to directly separate the left and right hits. But, he did not want. Such a powerful opponent makes him really happy. I am coming. Subai puts on a charging posture. Whoosh, in an instant, Subai was like a cannonball. Under tremendous pressure, I rushed directly to the words. Xiao xiao. Just stretch out your fingers to the left and right, pointing at Subai a little bit. Boom. Subai, who flew away in the air, was directly thrown out. I don't care where you come from. Standing in the air left and right, hands behind their backs. However, things have developed to this point, and I have made a decision. Make you disappear from this world. Then, in instant transmission left and right rushed directly in front of Subai. At this time, Subai had just got up from the ground, quite embarrassed. Destroy. Left and right came in front of Subai, and a purple energy cluster directly gathered. Not good, because the distance was too close. Subai didn't have time to dodge, so he can only put his hands in front of him. Boom. Subai just put his hands in front of his body, and the huge impact of his ability has already exploded. Subai's whole body was shot and flew out. Is it only this strength? Looking left and right at Subai, who was knocked into the air, he didn't chase after him, but just stood there flatly. What about the arrogance before? Why, it's not enough. Before the left and right finished speaking, Subai rushed over again. Super 4 superimposed Super Blue, plus, while in this state, actively use Ultra Instinct. With Subai's punch, he hit the left and right directly. Swish, left and right are indeed a dodge, avoid it. Now, it's my ZZG who is ahead of you. Shout out from left and right, Hinata Hyaku, advertisement. Subai's free spirit is about to dodge, but he was thrown back several meters by the left and right punches. Regarding the Ultra Instinct being hit, Subai didn't react at all. Because he is too familiar. Before, it was his Ultra Instinct who was ahead of others, and then he beat them up. Disable the opponent's Ultra Instinct. Now, it's his turn. In the distance, Subai stabilized his figure, and there was a flash of excitement in his eyes. Unexpectedly, under Chalan Chaosi's transformation, I can't do anything to him. In this state, my Ultra Instinct and self-intention are also behind him in all aspects. Ha ha ha, that's great, finally I can use all my strength. Subai even wished to let the left and right fuse with Vegito and see how strong he can be. But obviously, that's a little unrealistic. Come on, Subai slowly closed his eyes. Perfect and comfortable. He got it a long time ago, but never had a chance to use it. Now, today, I can finally use it once. On the other side, after hitting Subai hard, the left and right stood in place, waiting for Subai's counterattack. But after waiting for a long time, Subai did not come back. Could it be that he was directly beaten to death? Left and right were a little puzzled, but then shook their heads. No, that guy's strength is not weak, he shouldn't die so easily. Are you afraid? Right, must be scared, too scared to take the initiative to attack? Take a deep breath left and right. It turns out that this B********* D still knows how to be afraid. HMPH, since I dare not come over, I will go, just when the left and right are about to rush over. Boom. A silver white figure in the distance rushed over directly. Divine skill. Ultra instinct. What? Left and right didn't react yet. Advertisement boom. With silvery white arrogance, Subai directly flew a knee bump. Hit hard on the left and right chins. Go. The moment I hit my opponent with my knee, Subai kicks directly. Boom. With one kick, the left and right were kicked out. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Under the perfect Ultra Instinct, Subai faced left and right, and fought 5 runes in the air. Bang 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 bang. These 5 punches hit the left and right directly from the air. Hit the left and right directly, and lose the center of gravity. And Zeno, who has been watching the battle, saw it and almost jumped up with excitement. Oh, there really is a new transformation, white hair, white. So handsome, white. As for Subai, he just stood there quietly, neither sad nor happy, his heart like still water. This is the first time Subai transforms into a state of free state. It's not the same as before when he was under the Super Blue, under the Super Race, and under the state of mind when using the ultimate intention. This time, ZZG is perfect. No flaws. In the distance, the left and right sides of the good Zhao, who were beaten away, managed to stabilize their figure. Huh, what a heavy fist. Left and right couldn't help but wipe the corners of their mouths. Although it is said that ZZG focuses on defense. But, perfect and comfortable, the attack of Ultra Instinct should not be underestimated. Every punch makes this super powerful god doubt life. Your boy. Is this ZZG? Looking at Subai left and right, he couldn't help baring his teeth. That's right. Subai looked to the left and right with silvery white pupils. This is my transformation after I fully use my freedom. You are honored, you are the first to push me to this point. Bah. Left and right spat. First, I was the first one to beat you to death. Boom. Left and right a storm. Chapter 83 going further, transform yourself. Left and right a storm. On the left, a purple light rises. On the right, a white light rises. Since this is the case, I won't hide it anymore. On the left and right bodies, 2 colors rose at the same time. Let you see my perfect freedom and perfect self. Swish, I saw that I raised my left hand left and right and punched out. This punch from the left hand directly charged towards Subai with purple light and arrogance. On the way, space is trembling. It can be seen that this blow with self-intention has brought huge lethality. If you are hit, I am afraid that you will either die or be injured. Even Subai dare not be careless. The white light on his body lit up, and with a gorgeous sideways body, He easily avoided the damage from this blow. At this moment, they rushed to Subai from left to right. Swish swish swish, quick attack with the right hand, clap. Subai dodges and blocks at the same time. The battle between the two was on par for a while. It's even comparable to my Ultra Instinct 987. Surprised left and right. As for Subai, just dodging one blow, the next one hits him. Subai could only punch him in the face, then another kick, another punch. The two are constantly exchanging moves. You're so strong, ha ha ha. The more aggressive, the more excited Subai is. This left and right is simply a rare and powerful enemy. Compared to Subai's excitement, left and right are a little panicked. What is the origin of this guy in front of him? You know, he is now in a combined state, using the perfect Ultra Instinct while using the perfect self-intention attack. It can be said that his attack and dodge are both. Logically speaking, in this state, he would be invincible. Someone popped up out of nowhere, and even fought him directly. This makes him, how can he not be surprised? That's when. Advertisement, caught it. Su Bai took the opportunity and punched left and right, DBFD, in the face. Are you out of your mind? When you were fighting with me, were you still thinking about other things? One punch sent the left and right sides flying. Su Bai's expression was icy cold. Damn it. He wiped the scars on his face left and right, then sneered 3 times. So what if I get hit by you? It's just this level, I can fix it soon. Use your own divine power left and right, and the injury is repaired in an instant. Indeed, with your current strength, my attack power seems not enough, Su Bai pondered. HMPH, it's good that you know, the left and right erupted. I won't be careless anymore, I tell you, this battle, I won. Left and right have stabilized their minds now. He can see it, although Su Bai is very strong now, it's ridiculously strong. But, compared with him now, the gap is not that big. Your own attack is self-intentional, and the attack power is super strong. Su Bai can only hide, don't dare to force it, as long as he hits once, the outcome of this match will be decided. And Su Bai's attack is just tickling, hit yourself a few times, it's nothing. In other words, even if the injury is exchanged for the injury, I will not lose. What are you afraid of? Change the injury a few more times. Left and right comforted himself, but he didn't realize that Su Bai was smiling slightly in front of him. You're right, my attack strength is not enough. Su Bai slowly stretched out his 2 hands. Then, it's time for me to go further, what? The expressions on the left and right change. What does Su Bai mean by this? Do you want to increase your attack power? Self-consciousness? Su Bai said every word. The purple breath began to rise from Su Bai's body. He wants to use the perfect self-consciousness when he is free and full-bodied. At this moment, the ultimate intention of freedom and the ultimate intention of self are also added to me at the same time. Su Bai opened his eyes violently, a pair of purple pupils, captivating. But his hair is still white, that is to say, Su Bai at this moment has successfully used the extreme intention of freedom and the extreme intention of self at the same time. Advertisement just like the previous Super Blue superimposed Super 4. He used 2 transformations at the same time, what? Looking at this moment, Su Bai, who is using 2 transformations at the same time, has 2 primary colors on the left and right. Are you crazy? How dare you use 2 divine skills at the same time? Left and right are very incomprehensible, after all, he can use 2 kinds of divine skills because he is a fit person. Just right, you can use one mind in 2 purposes, one for self and the other for self. But, for normal people, using these 2 skills at the same time is very dangerous. Doing 2 things at once is the second best thing. The most important thing is that there are 2 forces, if one is not well controlled, it will explode. That's why, Zuo knew that Su Bai knew these 2 great skills. But he still can't believe that Su Bai can use these 2 skills at the same time. Because, this is not interoperable. If you use free will, you cannot actively use self-will. If you use your self-consciousness, you cannot actively use your free will. This is common sense shared by everyone. At this moment, this common sense is completely useless to Su Bai. Wow. Zeno's eyes widened. I feel more handsome, although the color of the hair has not changed. Wow, but this white hair, purple pupils, purple breath. So handsome. As for Su Bai, he simply patted his arm. If I don't use these 2 great god skills, how can I defeat you? Whoosh, Su Bai instantly disappeared in place. In the next second, it is the same as left and right, except that he is completely opposite. In the meantime, his right hand was damaged and smashed directly to the right. Grit your teeth left and right, stretching out his left hand, a destruction rushed towards Su Bai. Boom. The destruction of 2 people exploded together in an instant. Huge energy fluctuations spread out, it directly sent Zeno flying out. It's just that Zeno, who was thrown into the air, didn't show a trace of fear, but was full of excitement. Fun, fun, so fun, Chapter 84 the whole card that has never been shown before, Super 5. After the huge explosion ended, the figures of the 2 had already fought together. In terms of dodging methods, both of them are extremely free. In terms of offensive methods, both of them are selfish. This battle is destined to be a close battle, bang 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 bang. The 2 of you come and go, because the basic combat power is almost the same. In addition, the skills of the gods of the 2 are perfect. It's really hard to tell the winner between the 2. Only, happy, Su Bai became more and more excited after the battle. How long? He didn't arrive in a hurry, he shot with all his strength. Boom! With a single punch, a planet explodes in the distance. This level of battle, if not for Su Bai as the master of the universe, fortified the entire universe. These few punches will definitely smash the entire U. Boom! Another punch. After this punch, the distance between Su Bai and Subai was opened left and right. Wait a minute. The left and right gasped heavily. After all, he is not a fighting nation, and a long battle will not make him feel happy. How about we stop the war here? You can see it, right? In a battle like ours, no one can do anything to anyone. Continuing to fight is just a waste of time and energy. Let's end like this. I'm a little tired. If you run too much, you will get tired, not to mention such a high-intensity battle. Even if he has the power of God, he can't stand such a high-intensity consumption of God's power. Stop the war? No way, Subai flatly refused. After finally meeting a worthy opponent, how could he just let him go? However, if you continue to fight like this, you don't even know when you want to decide the outcome. Left and right are right, although he is a little out of breath now, but his divine power is still very strong. Judging by the divine power of the two of them, it is really hard to tell the winner if they don't fight for a few days and nights in this battle. Advertisement, if you want to say that, it's true. Subai stretched his muscles. Then, let's stop the war here, left and right answered immediately. Not to mention anything else, fighting all this time makes his spirit very tired. He thought that Subai was also tired, and he said that his heart was moved, so he finally stopped beating. No, it's impossible to stop the war, Subai chuckled. I mean, I decided, speed beats you, what? The expressions on the left and right change, and then immediately stabilized their expressions. Impossible, kid, don't talk big to me here, both of them have fought to such an extent, you tell me you can second me? Who believes this? It's fine if you don't believe me, Subai whispered to the two of them. I will use actions to prove it to you, Subai burst into a fit of rage. Look at it, the whole cards I have never shown before. This is my ultimate power, as my strongest opponent, you're qualified to see my true strength. Left and right unconsciously took a few steps back, and then swallowed a mouthful of saliva. This guy, seriously, can it be stronger? Zeno also widened his eyes, looking forward to the new hair color. Huge energy is constantly circulating in Subai's body. Zilla, an electric arc started to go out around him. Suddenly, start with his tail, slowly change towards white. Boom! Subai's aura has soared so many times. Even, the entire universe space is trembling, the distant 7th universe, Earth. The faces of the Z Fighters who were still at the party changed again. This breath, advertisement, here we go again. Who is it? It's so scary. Vegeta slammed on the table and stood up. Asking for flowers. The previous huge energy fluctuation just ended, and now it's coming again. Trunks also had a dignified expression. Such terrifying power has erupted many times, could it be said. Have you encountered any powerful enemies? It's really like Subai's breath. Son Goku looked serious. It seems that Su Bai is fighting someone. Who is it that can fight against such an aura? Z Fighters feel the terror. Such a powerful aura, let a few of them add it together, and multiply it hundreds of times. They can't reach it. How can such a terrifying power still be in a bitter battle with people? Incomprehensible, it's really hard to understand. Is there such a person in this universe? Zeno here. Zeno's eyes widened. It's amazing, it's a new form. This transformation, wow, compared to Zeno's joy, the expressions on the left and right have changed. He can feel that Su Bai is very powerful, so powerful that it makes him afraid. Su Bai, not pretending, he is real and hides great power. I kept you waiting, I haven't used this transformation for a long time. Su Bai patted his arm. Seeing the white hair on his arm, Su Bai smiled. I call this transformation, the 5th level of Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 5th order, there was a murmur left and right. Super Saiyan 5th level, Zeno almost jumped up excitedly. What a handsome name, this transformation is so handsome, I like it. Of course, this is no ordinary Super Saiyan 5. Subai stretched out his left and right hands. On the left hand, Hinata's white Noki. Right hand, a mass of purple energy. Under this transformation, I also used the energy 6 of freedom and ego. Chapter 85 Triple Power, Subai's terrifying full force. The two guards looked at each other and saw the doubt in each other's eyes. In words you can understand, Subai took a deep breath, and at the same time, 3 kinds of arrogance rose up from his body. I am now in a state of Super 5 plus my ultimate will is fully open, Control 3 powers to rise in my body at the same time. This is my strongest force so far, boom. A blast. The powerful airflow directly rushed to the left and right and took a few steps back. What? It's unbelievable to say that Subai's single-mindedness and double tasking are enough to surprise them. Now, Subai directly uses 3 things in one mind. That is simply beyond their imagination. It is extremely difficult to use one mind and 2 tasks at once, 250. In this state, go one step further and use one mind and 3 functions. This is not as simple as going from 2 to 3. At the same time, 3 violent energies in the body collide with each other. Every strand of energy must be maintained with all our strength. One mistake, the user will be blown to pieces. But that's it, Subai can still use one mind and 3 functions to stabilize his own energy. This is exaggerated. After the transformation was completed, Su Bai shook his hand. You are the first person to see my full strength, you should feel honored. This transformation, since he obtained the unlimited normality, he has been studying. If you are not afraid of backlash against the normal state, then add layers to your heart's content. From Super 4 stacks of free mind to stacked self-mind. In the end, it has been superimposed to Super 5. In the end, Su Bai finally completed the transformation of this ultimate form. Looking at Su Bai at this moment, the left and right couldn't help taking a step back. Because, powerful, just a look, scared him so much that he could hardly move. See, Su Bai slowly raised his hand and placed it in front of him. I haven't fought in this form yet, let's try it. Boom. Su Bai exerts strength slowly, advertisement. The huge airwave directly attacked the left and right sides. No, looking left and right at the incoming airwaves, he really wanted to avoid them. But, he found that he was unable to dodge, inevitable. Boom. In an instant, the left and right were swallowed by the airwaves, and disappeared directly into the universe. Dead. Su Bai lowered his arms with a complicated expression. Unexpectedly, even with an opponent like Zuo, he would attack with all his strength. It is also like an ant, which is wiped out with a light crush. Although it kills the enemy instantly with one hit, but Su Bai couldn't be happier. He also thought that even in front of his final form, he could still struggle. At the very least, you can bring yourself a little happiness. Did not expect. I'm too strong, Su Bai sighed. As a fighting nation, you can't fight heartily. Who can understand his pain? Forget it. Su Bai returned to normal in an instant, and waved his hand casually. He decides, using time travel back, to resurrect around. Although in the end, this guy was completely vulnerable. 18. At least, he once brought happiness to himself, didn't he? Back in time. Su Bai used his own system and started to go back in time. His divine power is divided into two types, one is his own and the other is systematic. Soon, left and right were resurrected back in time and came back to life again. Ha, left and right were panting heavily after being revived. He remembers it all. The person in front of him killed himself with one move, and then resurrected himself. This is Su Bai's modified time travel. Those who have been flown back still have memories. Looking at Su Bai left and right, he no longer had the pride he had before. Because he knew that the man in front of him could easily kill him in seconds. I hope you can practice hard and become stronger. Su Bai looked around regretfully. He didn't say anything else, he just hated that the left and right were not strong enough. In the next second, Su Bai used divine power to change his shirt back. Advertisement: the previous battle was so fierce that his shirt was smashed. The left and right looked at Su Bai. Apart from his strength, he was still a little puzzled. Why does Su Bai have two kinds of divine powers? I was puzzled before, when the two met for the first time, when they used the power of God to fight. The divine power that Su Bai uses is different from that in battle. But when I used the time reversal just now, the power of God was different. He didn't know that Su Bai was a system god power, and the other was his own god power. Speaking of which, that divine power is a bit familiar, when left and right pondered. Grand Priest, swipe, Zeno ran over excitedly. Running and shouting, Grand Priest, where is it? Su Bai looked around excitedly. Grand Priest, can you fight me in this state? Come quickly? I'm so eager for this fight, Grand Priest, hey. Zeno hugged Su Bai immediately. Grand Priest, you are finally back. Su Bai was taken aback, and he scratched his head. Is he the Grand Priest? What are you kidding? He is a great young man of the 21st century on Earth, how could he be a Grand Priest? You got the wrong person. Su Bai carried Zeno and was about to throw Zeno aside. No, your divine power is the same as that of the Great Master 1.8, Zeno became even happier. Grabbed Su Bai's clothes directly. Su Bai was taken aback. Grand Priest? Yes, that's Grand Priest. The guard clapped his hands fiercely. He felt that the power of God was a bit familiar. It's Grand Priest, that's right. Su Bai was a little dazed, but he also suddenly realized that after fighting for a long time, the priest did not show up. Is there no Grand Priest in the future time and space? Otherwise, the temple of Zeno will be blown up, and the Grand Priest will come out long ago, right? Strange, where will the Grand Priest go? Chapter 86 Goku Vegeta has completed training, want to fight. However, according to Zeno, the Grand Priest of the future universe has disappeared for a long time? Su Bai ignored the sticking Zeno, rubbing his chin alone. In fact, come to think of it, maybe it's because the Grand Priest isn't there. Only Black Goku can be so arrogant, killing the gods of the future time and space all over again. As long as the Grand Priest is here, it is impossible for Black Goku to do such a thing. Afterwards, Su Bai lowered his head and looked at the chattering Zeno, feeling a little headache. As for the two guards, they also stood respectfully at a distance, not daring to move. Got it. Originally, I wanted to see Zeno's reaction to himself, the master of the universe, in the future. Now it seems, just think of him as a Grand Priest. I don't know how Grand Priest will react when he sees me. Su Bai felt a bit of a headache. This test was like no test. Zeno is such a simple guy, there is no point in testing at all. To see the result, we still need to see the reaction of Grand Priest. Okay, let's play. Su Bai sighed, he decided to return to the past universe. Hey, Grand Priest. Where are you going at 31? Where are you going? I will go with you too. Zeno hugged Subai excitedly. Subai, goodbye. Subai was too lazy to entangle with this kid, and with an idea, he returned to modern times by using the spacetime ring. That is, orthodox, Son Goku, Vegeta, the time and space beyond the Dragon Ball. Damn it. Subai whispered. However, this also shows from the side, as long as I don't use the system's capabilities. People like Zeno don't see anything special about me either. When the tournament of power is held, I just don't need to use the power of the system. After thinking about it, Subai planned to return to Earth to pick up numbers 18 and 21. That's when. Grand Priest, where's this? Zeno's voice came from beside Subai. Subai. Subai lowered his head. He found that Zeno was holding onto his pant leg. Hey, advertisement the brat. Subai took the lead and lifted Zeno, who was on the lips. You boy, how did you come here? I don't know, I just grabbed the Grand Priest and came over, Zeno said seriously. Okay. Subai slapped his head and hesitated. Let me tell you a fun place. Okay, Zeno waved excitedly. It's been a long time since the Grand Priest left, and I haven't seen anything interesting. It's all about playing Grand Priest, what you taught me before, such as riding a big horse. Subai. Feelings, this horse riding was taught by Grand Priest. Ahem. Subai coughed twice, then pointed in a certain direction in the universe. Just in this direction, you fly. It should be called, let me think about it. Oh, I remembered, it's called the Gods of Destruction World. You just fly in this direction, and you can meet interesting things. Is that so? Zeno nodded. Okay, I know. Well, let's go, my lord. Among Subai, Zeno showed a smiling face. Bye-bye, Grand Priest. Zeno waved his hand and flew towards Subai's direction. Seeing Zeno fly away, Subai was relieved. He really didn't want to deal with this brat. Okay, let's go to the Earth to see. With a thought, Subai locked onto the Earth. It's been a long time. Not counting the time spent in the future time and space, when he came back this time, he deliberately chose a few months later. Therefore, for people in this time and space, he has not appeared for several months. Whoosh, in instant transmission, Subai appeared on Earth. Capsule Company, on the 18th and 21st, two people sat together and studied a certain small toy. Wow, I didn't expect that on the 21st, your scientific research level is so strong? You understand this nanoscale thing. In my database, there are a lot of things like scientific research. Number 21 smiled at number 18. That's the time. Whoosh, advertisement Subai appeared in the Capsule Company. I'm back. Subai looked at the two of them. Ah, welcome Subai back. The two walked over immediately. Okay, tidy up your things, I'm going to take you back to the 6th universe, Subai smiled. Okay, wait a minute. Number 18 responded. Number 21 didn't say anything, after all, she didn't have anything to take. When packing up on the 18th, two uninvited guests rushed over. Hey, Subai, come, it is Son Goku and Vegeta. Come to think of it, after several months of training, they also came back from the 6th universe. Ah, what's the matter? Subai turned to look at the two of them. I heard that you went to help Trunks in the future while we were away? Son Goku spoke first. Well, I've helped Trunks solve it, Subai nodded. HMPH, Vegeta snorted softly. As the father of Trunks, he felt that this was not his end. Instead, relying on others makes him feel a little uncomfortable. Hey, it's a pity, Son Goku rubbed his hands together. Listen to Bulma, that enemy is my own. I came back from training, but I haven't had a chance to fight yet. It's a pity that Son Goku didn't fight Black Goku. HMPH, I want to beat you up too. Vegeta curled his lips in displeasure. For Trunks' matter, it's fine if I can't help. He even missed the incident of beating Black Goku violently. Oh, both of you, have you finished training? Subai's eyes lit up. If they really finished their training, they might be able to teach them well and play a game. Of course. Son Goku looked at Subai, with a flash of fighting spirit in his eyes. Obviously, he wants to have a touch with Subai now. Why don't we have a fight? Subai looked at the two of them, both of them were ready to move. Just finished fighting with Zuo, his fighting spirit hasn't faded yet. And, he doesn't underestimate Son Goku and Vegeta. Because, he knows, these two people can fit together. When these two are combined, they will become super strong Vegito or Gogeta. As long as these two are getting stronger and stronger. Well, he has no shortage of opponents. Chapter 87 looking forward to Vegito. The perfect skill of the two great gods. Come on, Son Goku looked excited. He has been looking forward to the battle with Subai for a long time. Count me in. Vegeta couldn't help standing up. He and Son Goku have completed their training, and they are invincible against Shirata. Of course, except for that monster Jin-san. They naturally know that there is a gap between themselves and Subai, but they also want to know. What is the difference between my current self and Subai? And Subai was also very excited, not expecting to fight with the two of them. Instead, I look forward to Vegito's strength after these two people are combined. The stronger these two people are, the better it is for him. Go, I'll take you to a place suitable for fighting. Before Subai could react, Son Goku grabbed Subai's arm and at the same time grabbed Vegeta's arm. Whoosh, instant transmission, before leaving, I heard Vegeta's complaints. Hey, Kakarot UB************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************ Only number 18 and number 21 are left looking at each other. This is gone? It really came in a hurry, but also in a hurry. Supreme Kaiji. Swish, Son Goku showed up here with Su Bai and Vegeta. This is the Supreme Kai world, very strong and suitable for battle. Son Goku explained to Su Bai, I know. At this time, Supreme Kai Shen and Jebit God, including the old Supreme Kai, came over. A look of helplessness. Son Goku, what is he going to do again? Hearing him talk about fighting, he won't be making trouble in our Supreme Kai world again, right? Haha, Lord Supreme Kai, old Supreme Kai. Son Goku looked at the two of them and scratched his head. Can I ask you guys to let the Supreme Kai world come out, backquote. We're here to fight, Supreme Kai, advertisement. Old Supreme Kai. Jebit God, sure enough, Son Goku is here to fight. This is the holy land of Supreme Kai, you are not here to fight. Jebit God coughed a few times. Goku, I can fully understand your desire to fight with your friends, Supreme Kai also nodded. But, here is indeed a holy place. If it was before, Supreme Kai Shen must have agreed, let's fight. But now, Supreme Kai knows clearly that the current Son Goku and Vegeta are too strong. Let them take action, wouldn't it be the Supreme Kai world? When the time comes, I won't have a place to live, so what should I do? After all, I am a dignified Supreme Kai. Vegeta is a person who doesn't talk too much, and directly gathers a destruction in his hands. We fight, or destroy you, we fight again, Supreme Kai Shen. You are awesome. The three of them looked at each other and took a few steps back. Between the destruction of themselves and the destruction of their homes, the three chose to have their homes destroyed. You fight hard. We don't care. Subai glanced at Vegeta in surprise. No wonder he dared to say that he had completed his cultivation. This self-consciousness, Vegeta has cultivated to a very high level, right? Under normal conditions, they can gather destructive light balls. Really unusual. This is stronger than Vegeta in the Granola chapter in the original book. HMPH. Vegeta snorted lightly. He has been looking forward to this battle for a long time. How could he give up because of Supreme Kai's few words? Son Goku scratched his head. He didn't make peace this time, just because he had been looking forward to this battle for a long time. Then, shall we fight? Son Goku looked at Subai excitedly. Come on. With a slight movement of his hand, Subai strengthened the Supreme Kai circle. This kind of strengthening is not the strengthening of the Lord of the Seventh Universe, but is strengthened by the power of God. The power of reinforcement is not as strong as that of the Lord of the Universe. However, it is still no problem to carry the battle of gods of destruction level. It is worth mentioning that in this time and space, Subai is not yet the Lord of the Seventh Universe. Then I'll go first. Son Goku closed his eyes, swish. Advertisement opening his eyes again in the next second, Son Goku directly turned into white pupils. At the same time, the hair turns white at a speed visible to the naked eye. Perfect Ultra Instinct, not Mega. Oh, Subai's eyes lit up. Good, from this point of view, Vegeta has also mastered the ultimate will. Although from a single point of view, two people fighting him are not his opponents at all. But, with the combination of the two, Vegeta can master these two skills at the same time. That is definitely a fight with him. Not bad, Subai nodded expectantly. I'm coming, Son Goku reminded, and then slapped the ground with one hand. Whoosh, he rushed directly to Subai, the distant world of gods of destruction. Ah, Beerus looked at the villain in front of him with a face full of horror. Ah, Master Zeno, you actually came to the gods of destruction god realm in our 7th universe? Whis also looked at Zeno suspiciously. Hey, Grand Priest said there's something interesting here, so I'll come over and have a look. Quan Tien waved his little tail. Grand Priest? Whis was taken aback. My lord Grand Priest? From Zhao, Beerus was almost taken aback. At this moment, Whis' scepter lit up. It's the Grand Priest. Whis looked to the staff, then to gods of destruction and Zeno. Master gods of destruction, Master Zeno, I want to pick it up. After speaking, Whis connected with Grand Priest. Whis, Yi, on the other end, Grand Priest suddenly turned his head, and found that there was also a Zeno breaking into Whis. What's the matter? Whis was puzzled why the Grand Priest beeped. See for yourself. Grand Priest leaned forward. Behind him, there is also a Zeno. Two Master Zeno, Beerus twitched and passed out. Terrible. Strange. Whis was a little puzzled. Why don't you bring it back to the Temple of Zeno and have a look? Okay. Grand Priest agreed. Chapter 88 Son Goku. To defeat him, we can only fit together. Just like that, Grand Priest used his divine power and waved lightly. Whoosh, Whis and Beerus, including the future Zeno, disappeared in the gods of destruction world. Temple of Zeno. Grand Priest, you're back? Future Zeno looked at the heavenly priest as soon as he appeared. I've always been here. Grand Priest looked at the future Zeno, without a trace of impatience, and looked very gentle. Huh? The other me? Zeno was taken aback, looking at the future Zeno. Huh? Future Zeno was also taken aback. Then, the two walked hand in hand. Dad, do you know what's going on? Whis carried the fainted Beerus and walked to Grand Priest's side. I don't know, but both of them are Master Zeno, that's for sure, Grand Priest pondered. Could it be Master Zeno from another time and space? Whis raised the possibility? Not impossible. The Grand Priest took out his scepter. Let me see. After some investigation, Grand Priest finally determined that the person in front of him is undoubtedly Zeno from another time and space. 647, is in an alternate time and space, replied Grand Priest. Why did it appear here? Wiz wondered. I don't know either. Grand Priest shook his head. But seeing Zeno having so much fun, it's okay. Yes. Wiz nodded. The two Zeno are together, running left and running right. The other me, do you know what's interesting here? Future Zeno suddenly stopped. The Grand Priest told me there was something to do, but I didn't see anything. Is it fun? Zeno tilted his head. We can erase the universe and play. Huh? Future Zeno was taken aback for a moment, and then clapped his hands. Come on then. I love erasing universes too. Grand Priest, see if that universe can be erased. Zeno greeted Grand Priest. Wiz sighed slightly from the side. Advertisement. Well, not to mention, but these universes are going to suffer. Okay, Master Zeno. Grand Priest smiled without showing any strangeness. According to our investigation, Mr. Zeno, except for the 5 universes 1, 12, 5, 6, and 8. The level of other universes is less than 7 and can be erased. Okay, let's erase the universe and play. The two Zeno hit it off. Master Zeno, is the 7th universe also to be erased? Grand Priest asked suddenly. Last time, Master Zeno promised Son Goku of the 7 universes that he would hold a tournament. Will it still be held? Huh? Zeno froze for a moment. If it is erased, it will not be possible to hold a martial arts tournament? What is a tournament? Future Zeno looked up. Tournaments are fun too, Zeno explained. Are there many color transformations? Future Zeno thought for a moment. He suddenly thought of Su Bai's multi-color transformation before. Yes. Zeno nodded. There was a man named Son Goku who could change the color of his hair back and forth. Then let's hold a tournament, Future Zeno suggested. Okay, let's hold a meeting, Zeno nodded. Then, the eliminated universe, erase it. Okay, Master Zeno. Grand Priest nodded. Then, I will summon the gods to discuss the matter of the conference. Go, Grand Priest. Both Zeno nodded. Afterwards, the Grand Priest went to the fringes and started talking to the angels of the 12 universes. There is an emergency meeting right now, please prepare, DBFB, the gods. I will start group teleportation later. Many angels also responded. At this time, the Supreme Kai world of the 7th universe. Subai stood in the same place. In front of him was Son Goku of ZZG, and Vegeta of ZZG. Subai is the norm, while Son Goku and Vegeta are a bit of a mess. Damn it, Subai is really strong. Son Goku took a deep breath. Advertisement. The two of them went from one-on-one to teaming up. It's still not as good as Subai. This guy is really too strong. Chi, Vegeta spat unhappily. My attack is strong, but I'm not fast enough to hit him. Kakarot, your speed is enough, but your strength is not enough. You can't do any damage if you hit him. Yeah, Son Goku also sighed. We want to hit him and also cause effective damage to him. We can only fit together. What? Vegeta was shocked. Fit? I can't fit in my life. Then we won't be able to beat it, Son Goku sighed. Subai looked at the two bickering. He smiled. Perhaps, these two people will not fit together now. B. He has a way to make the two of them fit together successfully. Supreme Kai was about to go up and say something, but suddenly, there was no one there. Huh? Old Supreme Kai and Jebet were dumbfounded. Temple of Zeno. The Grand Priest summoned 12 angels, 12 Supreme Kai, 12 gods of destruction. Next, we will hold the Tournament of Power. Grand Priest introduced the simple rules to everyone. You can't fly, you have a time limit, you can't kill people, you lose if you fall off the ring. Then the universe of the loser will be erased. Hearing this introduction, all the gods were shocked, they were terrified. At this time, Grand Priest emphasized again. And the universes participating in the Tournament of Power this time are 2 universe, 3 universe, 4 universe. 1, 12,580 universes. Gods of destruction are all relieved. Fortunately, they don't need to participate in this Tournament of Power. And Champa, as the gods of destruction of the 6th universe, was taken aback. It was really hit by Subai. They didn't need universe to participate in the Tournament of Power. B. Thinking about what Subai said, if their universe cannot participate, he should ask for it. Chapter 89. Beerus. Subai is getting stronger again. Do you want to say that? Champa struggled for a while, and finally stood up. Master Grand Priest. I heard that this meeting is for showcasing battles for Zeno-sama? Yes, gods of destruction of the 6th universe, Grand Priest nodded. Call. Champa took a deep breath, he was quite stressed right now. The look in Grand Priest's eyes really made him uncomfortable. Then, I would like to ask. Grand Priest, for permission, our universe also wants to participate in the Tournament of Power. We, too, want to give Zeno a great game. Champa, are you crazy? Beerus was surprised beside him. Said in a low voice. You universes don't have to go to war, what do you have to do? Champa could only bow his head in silence. He is also suffering and can't tell. What Subai asked him to do, he dare not do it. Moreover, he is confident that with Subai, their universe will not be erased. Want to show Zeno a better match? Grand Priest thought for a moment. In this case, let's make an exception for you to participate. Thank you, Grand Priest. Champa bowed and took a few steps back. Suddenly, when he was retreating, he found that something was stuck on his foot. He can't go back. What's the situation? Champa turned around and saw the 6th Universe Supreme Kai who was dying. What the hell? Champa is puzzled. That's right. Vados explained from the sidelines. Master Supreme Kai of the 6th Universe, he was relieved to hear that he didn't have to participate. However, Master Champa took the initiative to stand up and said that he would participate in the competition. Sir Supreme Kai, who couldn't stand the gap, was frightened and passed out. Champa. This kid couldn't help it. Okay, gods. Grand Priest waved his hand in the rain. Advertisement, please return to your respective universes and start preparing for the upcoming Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power will start after 5 kg EH. How fast is the time? Only 5 gram. The gods were shocked. It seemed the time was a bit too late. Everyone, please prepare quickly. With a wave of his hand, Grand Priest teleported the gods back to their respective universes. After that, he started to build the Tournament of Power ring. The Supreme Kai of the 7th Universe. Swish, the next second, Beerus and Supreme Kai Shin appear here together. Damn it, only 20 minutes to prepare, Beerus stomped angrily. At this time, Son Goku and Vegeta who were still fighting with Su Bai were taken aback. What 20 minutes? Son Goku stopped fighting and walked over. Hi, Master Beerus. Son Goku had just finished greeting when Beerus paid him a big sum. Stinky boy, it's all your fault, Beerus was furious. What's wrong with me? Son Goku was taken aback. It's because of you that the regiment held this calendar meeting, Beerus told Son Goku angrily. Ah, is the Tournament of Power about to start? Son Goku was so excited that he almost jumped up. Very good, Tournament of Power. Seeing Son Goku so excited, Beerus was even more angry. B******************** D-boy. I'm going to beat you to death. Subai, who was still fighting Vegeta, stopped. Oh, is the Tournament of Power about to be held? Kakarot, what did you do? Vegeta looked at Son Goku unhappily. He has a hunch that this is not a good thing. Since that's the case, the outcome between us will wait for the Tournament of Power to unfold. Suri waved at Son Goku and the others. Whoosh, he directly used instant transmission and returned to Earth. Then they took numbers 18 and 21 and returned directly to the 6th universe. The instant transmission of the whole universe is very fast. After Subai left, Beerus realized that he looked at Son Goku with thick hair. Advertisement, hey, what are you and Vegeta doing in the Supreme Kai world? Huh, Master Beerus, didn't you see? I was fighting Subai, Son Goku replied. Subai. Beerus shivered violently, ask for flowers oh. That's Saiyan, because of horror. No, Beerus snapped back. This guy, has he become stronger? Where he was standing just now, I can't even sense him. Is it completely shielding my perception? Or, I can't sense him at all? Beerus's face darkened, is this Subai already so strong? Master Beerus, instead of worrying about others, it's better to gather the contestants together. Whis reminded from the side. Oh, that's right. Beerus snapped back. Let's call our opponents quickly. Let me bring Lord Beerus back to Earth, Son Goku suggested. Instant transmission is much faster than Whis flight. 6th universe, the planet Sharada. How am I doing? Well, Champa was gnawing his bones in Subai's palace. As for the Tournament of Power, I have applied for you. Well, I thought you would just live in mediocrity and didn't dare to bring it up, Subai smiled. He also just returned to planet Sharada with numbers 18 and 21. Gee, since I promised you, I will definitely do it, Champa pouted. As gods of destruction, he still has some credit. However, let me warn you first. Champa crushed the hard bone with one bite. Participate in the Tournament of Power, there is a penalty for the loser. Anyone who loses will be erased directly by Zeno. Although you are strong, and I have confidence in you, I must warn you. The opponent this time includes multiple universes. There are all kinds of fancy opponents, you can't be careless. If you lose carelessly, our 6th universe may be wiped out. Don't worry, Master Champa will leave this battle to me, Subai smiled. Hearing this grown up, Champa couldn't help shivering. I can't stand it, Chapter 90 Whis. There's a Saiyan named Brawly. 6th universe, Subai quickly summoned several players on his side. Regarding Jin-san, because he is from another universe, he did not let Jin-san participate. This time, he was carrying people, including himself. Also, Caulifla, Gabe, Kyle, Saiyan, Hitt. Well, although Hitt was still training, Subai teleported him over directly. As the master of the 6 universes, as long as Hitt is within the 6 universes, Subai can summon him at will. Ah, Champa looked at the 6 people in front of him and wiped the sweat from his forehead. Don't be kidding me, 10 players can participate in this Tournament of Power. You only have 6 people, isn't it a big loss? For a competition of this level, it still depends on the overall strength. Bai, 193, shook his head. Those who are weak in strength, no matter how much they go up, it's useless. At this time, Frost passed by, inexplicably, he clutched his heart. Ah, what's the matter with feeling so painful? Damn, is that weak man talking about me? However, he couldn't refute anything, because, until now, he has obviously practiced hard for a long time. Still haven't mastered the golden transformation. But, there are only 6 players, and there are not as many players as there are one person, Champa breathed out. 4 people are missing as soon as I play, I don't want to be wiped out. No, I want to find 4 more contestants. I heard that there is one on the next planet. No, Su Bai shook his head. Just these few people, do you understand, Lord Champa? Hearing Subai's words, Champa shrank his neck. He still didn't dare to disobey Subai. Okay, then it's up to you. Okay, everyone, get ready. Subai waved his hand. I'll go to the Tournament of Power later. Yes, Master Subai, everyone responded in unison. 7th Universe, Earth. Advertisement, what did you say? Beerus looked at Son Goku, angrily. People gone? It's no use getting mad at me, Lord Beerus. Son Goku shrank his neck. The battle on the 18th was very strong, but she disappeared suddenly, and I couldn't help it. In this case we can only change one contestant, Vegeta pondered. You guys are so unreliable. Beerus curled his lips in displeasure. Maid, my own player has been stolen. Could there be anything more outrageous than this? Hey, just find another player. Son Goku signaled Beerus not to be angry. Let me think about it. So, Son Goku and Vegeta began to worry about the last contestant. Who is better to have in the competition? Unfortunately, Planet Vegeta was destroyed. Vegeta was upset. Otherwise we can find a few more Saiyans to compete. Hearing Vegeta's words, Beerus's eyes lit up. By the way, Whis, you investigate, are there any other surviving Saiyans in this universe? Okay, Lord Beerus. Whis started searching, after a while. It's really found. Whis' eyes are also slightly bright. On a distant planet, there are 2 Saiyans. It's just that one of the Saiyans is too old to fight. But the other one, he is still in his youth, so he is probably able to fight. Adolescence, how old are you? Beerus asked casually. Probably in his 40s. Whis replied. Peeved, Beerus spat out the drink in one gulp. Teenagers in their 40s? Are you kidding? Is that uncle? HMPH, Vegeta snorted at this moment. As a fighting nation, our Saiyans have a very long puberty. By the way, Whis, who is that Saiyan? It's Broly, do you know Vegeta? Whis said. I seem to have heard it. Vegeta frowned slightly. Advertisement, alright, let's pick up people first, Beerus complained. Hurry up, get all the contestants together for me. Yes, Lord Beerus. After saying that, Whis took Beerus and flew out. Soon, 20 minutes passed. Planet Shirata of the 6th Universe. Everyone, hold hands. Vados stood in the middle. Beside him, Champa, Supreme Kai, including Gabe, held hands together and surrounded the city in a circle. Su Bai is also standing among them. Okay, I'll contact Lord Grand Priest now. Vados took out the scepter. Aren't you going to bring me with you? Beside, number 21 held the hand of number 18, looking at Su Bai eagerly. Come back after the battle. Su Bai smiled at number 21. Also slightly distressed. Number 21, because of divine power, is really too clingy. Wherever you go, follow. Once, he went to take a shower and the 21st followed him. That time, after taking a shower for a long time, number 21 was exhausted. However, number 18 is indeed a good sister of number 21, and number 18 helped number 21 share a lot. Okay, I'll wait for you to come back. Number 21 waved his hand. Yeah. Su Bai nodded slightly. Lord Grand Priest, this is the 6th universe. Vados began summoning Grand Priest. We are ready, please send it, Grand Priest, 1.2. Please wait a moment. Grand Priest replied in seconds. After 3 seconds, send 3, 2, 1. Whoosh, several people flickered and disappeared together on the planet Shirata. Swish, appear again. Everyone has appeared on the stage of Tournament of Power. Here we come. Subai kicked the ring under his feet. This day, he finally waited. After this Tournament of Power, he will rule the entire 12 universe. Just at this time. Wow, Grand Priest. Future Zeno sat on the chair and excitedly shouted at Subai.